be at Dixie State College of Utah, and November 17th at Southern Utah, before returning home November 22nd to take on Colorado Christian at 5:30 p.m. And then they'll be off to the University of Mary on November 26th. That's a 7 p.m. Start time. Of course, all the home games will be heard here on the internet. Montana State Billings off to a nice start this season as we get set for a big night tonight against Chadron State. Jamie Stevens in his first season with the Yellow Jackets. Overall collegiate coaching record 53-39. Brent Bargan in his sixth season at Chadron. And it should be a good one tonight to see how those teams fare up. Chadron, of course, out of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, and Montana State Billings out of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. All these early games take on some real added importance when you take a look at what MSUB has in store for it in terms of conference play. They're trying to figure out the various combinations and how that's going to fare early on, and hopefully by the time GNAC play begins, they'll be all set to go against very, very tough conference opponents, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. We are going to take another 2-minute timeout. I know that joining us a little bit late as there were some technical issues there. I'm hoping they're on the line now. Our folks down at KQSK, Double Q Country in Chadron, Nebraska. Thank you so much for joining us. John Edstall, if you're minding the board, we apologize for any technical problems we had, but it is very nice to have you folks in Chadron joining us tonight in what should be a dandy between Montana State Billings and Chadron State. Chadron State should be tougher competition than what Montana State Billings has faced up to this point. They've taken on a couple of NAIA schools. Of course, Rocky Mountain College, good program. You remember 3 years ago, maybe some of you even folks in Chadron realize this, that Rocky Mountain College actually won the NAIA National Championship. And they were a bit of a surprise that year, but nonetheless a good program just down the road here from MSUB's All-Turowitz Gym, about a mile and a half down the road. The Montana State Billings started off the season with a 92-82 win over their inner city rivals there in NAIA school, and then defeated another team out of the Frontier Conference, NAIA University of Great Falls, 90-69. So this is the first official game for Jamie Stevens as the head coach for Montana State Billings. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, just a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll kind of set things up for this evening's game between the Yellow Jackets and Chadron State. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Who hot?
What's hot?
Who hot?
Who hot?
That's right, Who Hot, the exciting Mongolian grill concept that's conquering the nation, and Billings will not be spared.
Mongolian grill?
Who Hot Mongolian Grill has over 50 fresh meats, vegetables, noodles, grilled before your very eyes. Choose from 12 specialty sauces or create your own. From simple soy to super hot kung pao yao. Grab a bowl and load up. Repeat as necessary.
Who Hot Mongolian Grill, King Avenue West, Billings.
Where hunger meets its destiny. Where can you find Yellow Jacket apparel and memorabilia? It's all at Jackets & Company. They've got you covered. Everything from that t-shirt to that special Yellow Jacket coffee mug to that really special doodad you just know you have to have. Why not go now? That item you were thinking about buying is just sitting there waiting for you. Go ahead. They're right around the corner with 5 Beezers locations to serve you. They've got it. You know it. Jackets & Company, on campus, downtown, and online at www.jacketsandcompany.com.
And welcome back to All-Turowitz Gym. Ken Adelblue on the internet, and again welcoming our listeners in Chadron, listening to KQSK, Double Q Country in Chadron, as we get set for Montana State Billings Chadron State basketball. Should be a good one tonight. The Yellow Jackets under their first official game under head coach Jamie Stevens in his first season here with the Yellow Jackets, Chadron State. Sixth season for Brent Bargan. We did manage to get the starting lineups, and we're going to be going over those numbers here in a moment. Should be a good game. Pretty good crowd on hand. Not bad weather here in Montana State Billings. That's helped. We got a whole lot of things going on in Billings right now. We've got the State AA football semifinals between Billings West And Kalispell Glacier, that's taken just down the road, and certainly that has probably cut into the crowd a little bit tonight, but nonetheless, quite a few fans in the student section, and Montana State Billings even on this side, a lot of adults as well that are looking forward to tonight's contest between teams that are really kind of familiar with each other in terms of the programs, as they have faced each other 11 times. Again, Montana State Billings leads the series 6-5, 6-1 at home, and 0 for 4 when they play at Chadron. Evidently, there have not been any neutral site games, at least not on record here, between these two programs. We're going to take another timeout as we get set for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups as Montana State Billings gets set to host the Chadron State Eagles. Should be a good one between the Yellow Jackets and the Eagles. Actually, we're going to keep it right here for just a second as they're setting things up. Nope, looks like we're ready to go now, so we are going to take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups back in 2 minutes.
Over the years, Hansers Automotive has earned quite a reputation for their transmission work. But some have forgotten about their general repair and fleet work, well known for their expertise in carburation to fuel injection, diesel trucks, small cars, foreign cars, brakes, and tune-ups. Hansers has the top ASE certified master technicians in the area that get the job done right. No matter what kind of vehicle, Hansers can repair it. Call 248-7795. See all that they can do or visit them online at hansers.com.
Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big beer. Billings' #1 award-winning beers. Great food, great fun, and great beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. And we're now proud sponsors of the Montana State University Billings Athletics. Join us before and after the game for great food, awesome service, and award-winning beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big award-winning beer. Right in the heart of downtown Billings. At 113 North Broadway, downtown.
A lot of people are proud of their jobs and what they do. I'm one of them. I'm Renee, one of the customer service representatives for Northwestern Energy. We get your phone calls about problems, little ones and big ones. During a winter blizzard, snow and wind knock down lines, bury roads, and makes it tough for us to work. We will work 24 hours a day so you can have power again. It's what we care about. Yes, I'm proud to work here.
Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Sign up with SignPro. Let the people know.
Trust SignPro. From banners to illuminated cabinets, dimensional signs and letters, custom designs and logos, to wide format color printing and neon. With their top quality cutting edge signage, they have the knowledge to make your first impression a lasting one. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with SignPro today. 259-3200.
Sign up with SignPro.
Welcome back to Arturo. It's Jim Canada with you on this Friday evening as Montana State Billings hosts Chadron State. Again, welcome to our listeners at KQSK, Double Q Country in Chadron. Taking a look at the starting lineups for Chadron State. Number 2, a 6'6" junior forward out of Oakland, California, played at Merritt College. Josh Hatcher. Kevin McClellan is a 6' senior guard out of Long Beach, California, played at Lakewood High School. Wears number 3. Number 5, Sammy Hines is a 5'9" junior guard, hails from Detroit, Michigan, played at Wayne Community College. Chris Curtis, a 6'4" senior guard, wears number 13 out of Tustin, California, played at Chaminade University. And Moala Tatua, a 6'7" senior center out of San Francisco, played at Claremont High School. The head coach for Chadron State in his 6th season, Brent Bargan. For Montana State Billings, number 2, Antone Proctor, a 6'3" senior guard out of Washington, D.C., played some college ball at Sacramento State. He's a transfer. Number 4, Robbie Trading, a 6'3" sophomore guard out of Buffalo, Wyoming, played at Buffalo High School. Number 21, Robert Mays, a 6'7" senior forward, came from Houston, Texas, and played some college ball at Casper Community College. Jackson Meyer, 5'10" senior guard out of Salt Lake City, Utah. He's a spark plug for this team, played at Utah State. And Taylor Stevens is a transfer out of Seattle University, wears number 32, 6'7", and he is a senior forward Also another transfer, Marysville, Washington is where he hails from. In his first season as the head coach for Montana State Billings, Jamie Stevens out of the lineup tonight for Montana State Billings. That could have an impact as their tallest player, 6'11" senior center out of Great Falls, Montana, played at Walla Walla Community College, Emory Henning. And Emory has been a pretty good player for the Yellow Jackets, and as here I am already making excuses already before we even get started. But we'll see how Montana State Billings manages to do without their big guy Emory Henning in the post. Emory doesn't jump anyway, typically. Jumping it up is going to be for Montana State Billings, Robert Mays, and he'll be jumping up against Tatua. And we're all set to go. Montana State Billings in their gold. They'll be going right to left. And we're going to re-tip it as both guys came up and it kind of fell at their knees. They both missed, so they'll just re-jump it. Full second off the clock. And controlled by Chadron State. Sammy Hines across midcourt. Man-to-man pressure put on by MSUB over the right side. That's McClellan. McClellan goes to the corner. Top of the key now to Curtis. Curtis trying to get around Proctor. Instead, he'll dish it off to the right side to Sammy Hines. Hines at the right post trying to get around Jackson Meyer. Puts it up from about 13 feet. No. Rebound hauled down by McClellan as he comes across the lane. And we've got an issue with the shot clock. Should be 32 seconds, they say. So we're 28 seconds in, no score. Chadron State already with an offensive board in this game. And we're all set to go. Ball tossed inside to Sammy Hines. Hines dribble over left side, and they're going to call a moving screen on Tatua. And that ball is going to go back to MSUB, actually their first possession of the night. So a defensive stop for the Yellow Jackets to start this game off. Ball thrown in to Jackson Meyer. Meyer dribbles to the top of the key, gives it off to Robert Mays. Left side now. Gets it off to Stevens. Stevens, a deadly three-point shooter. Proctor now on the left wing. Proctor, top of the key to Stevens. Right side to Jackson Meyer. Meyer. He gets it out to Stevens. Three-point shot put up and in. Taylor Stevens with a tray. And Jackets on top, 3-zip early on in this one. Across midcourt is Hines, no problem there. And they're going to say that he turned the ball over. He has got that palm underneath. I've seen that called probably more this year early on than I have the past two seasons combined. But I don't know if that's one of those things those officials got together during the offseason and said they've got to start calling. Left side now to Mays. Mays, top of the key to Proctor. Proctor nearly traveled, but able to get away with it. Mays, left side now to Trabing. Trabing, top of the key to Proctor. Proctor dribbles into the lane, tosses off to Trabing, who lays it up and in. Jackets on top, 5-zip. Nice little give and go there. Trabing with the easy bucket. And Jackets on top, 5-zip. Minute and a half in. Over the right side now to Chris Curtis. And we've got an offensive foul away from the ball, and that's going to be called on Josh Hatcher. And so early on, things looking good for MSUB. So a turnover on the offensive foul. And the ball goes back to the Jackets. Again, a stoppage in play as they discuss the clock. Ball tossed in to Meyer. Meyer dribbles to the right wing to the corner now to Trabing. And I think we've got another foul away from the ball, but this time it's going to be called on the Jackets. And it looks like somebody stepped on the line. So, end result, the same. Chadron State with the basketball. Across midcourt is Hines. Hines gets it to the corner to Curtis. Curtis dribbles down the lane, and he goes hard to the ground as he rolls over the top of Trabing, but Trabing didn't get there quick enough. And Trabing going to be called for the foul. So a block, and looking to earn three the hard way is going to be Chris Curtis. Boy, fortunate for Chadron State that he's okay. He came down hard. So 5-2 now, Jackets. and he'll miss the free throw. Rebound pulled down by Mays after they tip it up a couple of times. So 5-2, Montana State Billings with the advantage early on. Trabing dribbles to the free throw line, gets it over left side, and Andrews, long three-pointer, well off the mark there. And that ball's just going to roll out of bounds. That'll go to Chadron State. So after hitting the three to start the game, Stevens misses that one. Head coach Jamie Stevens doesn't see a whole lot of three-pointers he doesn't like. So a lot of those will be thrown up by MSUB tonight. 5-2, Jackets with the advantage across midcourt is Curtis, guarded by Proctor. Man-to-man defense put on by the Yellow Jackets. Proctor gets around, tosses it inside. Oh, beautiful move, and laid up and in by Tatua underneath the bucket. 5-4 now, 2.5 in. Meyer to Mays. Mays dribbles to the free throw line, hands it off to Stevens on the left wing. Top of the key to Proctor. Proctor right side to Jackson Meyer. Top of the key now to Stevens, left side to Trabing. Trabing. Heavy pressure put on by Chadron. They get it off to Jackson Meyer. Three-pointer put up. He's off the mark as well. So 2 consecutive threes missed by the Yellow Jackets. McClellan with the board. He'll bring it across on his own. Dribbling around Trabing, and they're going to call another foul on Trabing. So that's going to be 2 on him already. Just a second team foul on the Jackets. And coming in for Trabing will be Preston Richards, a sophomore guard, a transfer from Central Wyoming College. 2 team fouls on both teams. Chadron State underneath their own hoop. Tossing it in is going to be Hatcher. Hatcher gets it to the top of the key. Chasing it down will be Tim McDavid, now in the lineup for Chadron. Guarded by Proctor. And he finally hands it off. Just about a 5-second call. McClellan comes out to take it away. Richards guarding McClellan. McClellan dribbles in the lane. Nice spin move, and he's going to be fouled by Preston Richards, and that's going to send him to the free throw line. Didn't get the bucket, but it does appear that these officials are calling it close to the vest. No complaints here, because I thought there were a foul or 2 called on Chadron that seemed a little chippy early on, but already 3 team fouls on the Jackets. At the free throw line is McClellan, and he hits 1 free throw, and he'll get another opportunity. So Chadron State now 1 for 2 from the free throw line. McClellan's second free throw rolls out, pulled down by Mays. Mays hands it off to Jackson Meyer. Meyer across midcourt. He'll dribble to the right wing, top of the key to Mays. Mays left side to Andrews. Andrews tries to toss it into Richards, and then on the reach-in foul, we're going to have McClellan. That's the first foul on McClellan. 3rd team foul on the Eagles. We're even there. Jackets, brand new shot clock now underneath their own basket. Proctor set to throw it in. Top of the key to Meyer. Meyer to the corner to Proctor. Proctor opts against taking the 3. Dribbles in the lane. Puts up the shot. No, comes up short. Rebound pulled down by McClellan. Long pass to Hines. Hines dribbles in the lane. Nice dish off inside to Safer. Nearly stolen away, but chased down and then stolen away by Proctor. Proctor on the move now. They've got the numbers. He's going to dribble the full length of the court, put it up. Probably should have dished it off. Hines with the board for Chadron. Dribbles behind his basket. Now a lot of contact and no calls for either team. Over the right wing now. Dribbling in the lane will be McDavid. McDavid hands it off to McClellan. McClellan making a nice move, and he's going to be, they're going to say no. He came in with the elbow, so they're going to call an offensive foul on McClellan. Lowered his shoulder just a bit, and that's going to be the 4th foul on the Eagles. 3 team fouls on the Jackets. We've got a media timeout. Jackets and Chadron State all tied up at 5. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Perkins Restaurants, breakfast is a specialty. Breakfast is a tradition. Breakfast is served all day. But best of all, breakfast is just the beginning. Sure, you can get big fluffy omelets and golden buttermilk pancakes, but we also serve juicy burgers and mile-high nuts, bread roll salads, and hearty dinners like jumbo shrimp, grilled top sirloin steak, home-style pot roast, even butterball roast turkey and dressing. At Perkins, we set the menu, but you pick the time. And no matter what time of day it is, you'll find a comfortable, relaxed atmosphere, friendly staff, and your own pot of coffee right at your table. We even have our own bakery, with fresh baked pies like luscious chocolate French silk and caramel apple. For all your favorites served all day long. Now there's a Perkins right nearby. Stop in real soon. Perkins, Breakfast is just the beginning.
Stop by either Billings location and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Perkins is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics.
Well, Montana State Billings got off to a nice start as they took a 5-0 lead about a minute and a half into this one, but Chadron State has fought back to tie it up at 5, and not exactly a high-scoring affair thus far. 4 minutes in, we're all tied up at 5 apiece. Montana State Billings will have the basketball, though.
No, you got 2.
After the foul on McClellan. Meyer across midcourt. He'll dribble to the right wing, hands it off. Left side now to Preston Richards, to the corner to Meyer. Wide open three-pointer, yes. Jackson Meyer with the 3. That's his first points of the ball game. Jackets on top 8-5. 6 of their points coming by the trade. Across midcourt will be Sammy Hines. Hines looking for somebody to throw it off to. Gets it off to McClellan. McClellan dribbles in the lane. Tosses it back out to Hines. Hines dribbles to about the free throw line. Then he'll back it up. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. To the right wing to Hatcher. Hatcher dribbles in the lane, splits the defense, and lays it up beautifully. Nice shot by Hatcher. Great move. And we're 8-7 now. Jackets with the advantage. Meyer, the right wing, top of the key to Andrews. Long three-pointer, and it's off the mark. Richards with the board. Puts up a wild shot, though. Rebound pulled down by Chadron. To the corner. McClellan with a long three-pointer. Comes up a little bit short, but there for the board is Hatcher. And they're going to say Hatcher walked when he came back down. Nope, they're going to call a foul. Excuse me, that's on Hatcher. So called it a ball control foul. So I guess that's why he was open for the board, as he did a little push off there. 8-7 Jackets with the advantage. 5 minutes in. Jackson Meyer across midcourt. He'll dribble over to the left wing. Looking for anybody to throw it to. Picks up his dribble, maybe a little early. Gets it off to Andrews. Andrews now on the left corner. Hands it off to Jackson Meyer. And we're going to have another foul away from the ball.
It's right in front of him.
And they're going to call an illegal screen on Cameron Cusworth. And Cusworth is coming out. Back in is going to be Robert Mays and also Nikola Mandich. 8-7 now. Jackets with the advantage. Ball tossed into Justin Anderson, now in for the Eagles. Anderson easily across midcourt. And they're going to call another double dribble on Chadron State. That's a second one called in this ball game. And both teams having trouble getting into an offensive flow early on in this one. Jackson Meyer takes it at midcourt, top of the key out of Mays, left side to Mandich. He tosses it into Richards. And we've got a reach-in foul. And that's going to be called on Chadron. Called on Christian McGee. Ball thrown in to Meyer. Meyer gets it to Proctor in the corner. Proctor's going to put up the 3, and nope, they're going to call that a 2, foot on the line. So Proctor with his first 2 points of the ball game. It's 10-7 now. Jackets with the advantage. Jackets started out on a 5-0 run to start this game, and now they've been able to get back the 3-point lead. Long pass on the other end to Richards after the steal, and he's going to, looked like he was going to jam it home, just decided to lay it in. So Preston Richards with 2, so on the giveaway. MSUB able to take advantage. They lead 12-7, matching their largest lead of the game. Just 6 minutes in. And a reach-in foul on Proctor. And the coaches are extolling their players to quit reaching. Both teams have been guilty of that so far in this one. It's going to be the 5th team foul on the Jackets, 6 on the Eagles. Right in front of the scorers table here is going to be Kendrick Holloman. He'll be throwing it in. Brand new shot clock for Chadron. Ball tossed into Justin Anderson at the top of the key. Anderson trying to dribble around Proctor. Nearly lost the ball. Gets it off to Christian McGee. McGee stands only 5'7". Gets it to the free throw line, Curtis. And yep, he drug his foot before putting the ball on the ground. A little anxious there. And another turnover on Chadron. In now is Chase Richards for the Yellow Jackets.
Watch it jump!
Brother of Preston. Mandich dribbles in the lane, and he's going to be fouled on the reach-in. Blocking foul, they're going to call it. Same result, though, and that's going to send to the free throw line Mandich. First trip to the charity stripe for the Yellow Jackets. 17 fouls now on the Eagles, so Mandich was not in the act of shooting, so he'll need to make the first one before getting another opportunity. Free throw is up and in. Jackets up by 6, 13-7. Just about 7 minutes into this one. Again, second free throw missed by Mandich. Rebound pulled down by Tatua. Tatua. Quick outlet pass to Curtis. He gets across midcourt, dribbles in the lane, and he's going to be fouled, and that should be in the act of shooting. So going to the free throw line should be Chris Curtis. 16 foul on Montana State Billings. Again, thanks to all the listeners at KQSK and the Chadron area for listening to tonight's broadcast. Free throw is up, and it's no good. Second free throw forthcoming by Curtis. Chadron has struggled at the free throw line in the early going. Second free throw is up, and this one rolls out as well. Mandich goes up high for the board. Quick outlet pass to Chase Richards. Richards will dribble to the right wing. Top of the key now to Mandich. Mandich trying to dribble around the pressure, and another reach-in foul. That's going to be called on Kendrick Holloman. So going to the free throw line will be Mandich. His second trip to the line, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Mandich misses that one as well, so now 1 for 3. Loose ball rebound chased down by Curtis. Curtis brings it across on his own. He'll dribble to the free throw line now, double team. Got to be someone open, and then stolen away beautifully by Chase Richards. Richards in, throws it away, and Kendrick Holloman chasing it down. He dribbles in the lane, and he's going to put the bucket up, and he's going to be fouled, as not getting over there quick enough was Antone Proctor. And for the second time in this ball game, Chadron State going to go to the free throw line to try and earn through the hard way. They were unsuccessful the first trip. Holloman with his first 2 points of the game. His first trip to the free throw line, and he makes this one. So 3 the old-fashioned way, pulls the Eagles within 3, 13-10 now. It's about 12:40 left to go here in the first half of play. Ball tossed in to Chase Richards. Richards gets around McGee. Top of the key now to Mandich. 3-point shot. Yes. Mandich with 3, as he's got 4 points in the ball game. 16-10 now. Jackets continue to do damage beyond the arc. McGee knocked away by Chase Richards and out of bounds. Coming in for Montana State Billings now will be Jimmy Hook, a Montana product out of Belgrade. He replaces Antone Proctor. Chadron State keeps it. Tossed into McGee. McGee dribbling around the screen and reach in. And they missed the first one, and then they're going to call the second one on Chase Richards. And that's going to send McGee to the free throw line. .11 left to go here in the first half of play. Montana State Billings out on top by 6, 16-10. McGee, 1-and-1 situation in the bonus, and he'll hit it. So Christian McGee with his first point of the ball game pulls the Eagles within 5, looking to cut into that disadvantage more with another free throw. Free throw is up, and it's good. 16-12 now. 12 minutes to go in the game. Top of the key now to Mandich. He just hit a three, puts it up this time. It's missed. And then on the board, reaching over the top, is going to be Robert Mays. He'll be charged with the foul. And the 19th foul called on Montana State Billings. And going to the free throw line is going to be number 23, Kendrick Holloman. 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. Free throw is up, and it's good. So Holloman continues to do damage from the free throw line as he gets another. Second free throw is up. That one no good. And then great effort on Chadron. Chasing down the rebound will be safer. Long three-pointer put up. And everybody going to the ground. And they're going to call a foul on somebody on the rebounding attempt. And I think they caught Montana State Billings. So right now, Chadron State doing a much better job on the boards. Again, the biggest guy for Montana State Billings, Emery Henning, out of the lineup at 6'11", and the Jackets getting beat up on the boards. We've got a media timeout. When we come back, Eagles go to the free throw line. Jackets lead this one 16-13. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Everybody knows that an MVP is the most valuable player. How about the MVB, most valuable bank? Well, it's Montana-owned and offers you real people service. Local decisions, flexible terms, straight talk, and a quick turnaround. No matter what you're looking for, from a free checking account to an ag operating loan, from Montana's most respected commercial lenders to a home mortgage, you'll find your MVB right here. Stockman Bank, serving Montanans for over 50 years and now in 19 locations statewide. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Billings, Sheridan, Cody, Yellow Brick Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business and residential white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. An easy-to-read format helps you find whatever you are looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Yellow Pages reach your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in the Billings Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Chadron State doing a much better job getting to the free throw line, 5 for 10 from the charity stripe, and they'll get at least one more coming up here. Montana State Billings only 3 shots from the free throw line. Jackets getting a lot more shots from the floor, though, 6 for 13 from the floor, shooting 46%. Chadron State shooting pretty well from the floor, just not getting enough opportunities, 4 for 8, right at 50%. At the free throw line is Kendrick Holloman. Holloman has done a good job getting to the line tonight. Holloman's free throw is up, and it's good. He'll get another. 16-14 now, just a 2-point game. Largest lead of this game for either team. Montana State Billings. Chadron has not led in this one. They have tied it. Free throw is up, and it's good. So Holloman hits another free throw. 16-15 now. Well, nice. Love to see that nice play off the bench, and the Jackets are certainly getting it tonight from Kendrick. Excuse me, the Eagles. 16-15 now. 11:50 left to go. Jackson Meyer across midcourt, gets it to the corner. Ball tossed inside. That's Andrews. Andrews dribbles into pressure, puts up the shot, gets his own rebound. Good hustle there. Cross-court pass to Jackson Meyer. Meyer dribbles in the lane, puts it up from about 12 feet up and in. Jackson Meyer with 2. 18-15 now. Jackets back to a 3-point advantage. Across midcourt is Hines. Hines dribbles to the free throw line, then a little spin move, then stolen away nearly. They're going to say went out of bounds. Yes. Ball back to the Jackets. So the turnover on Sammy Hines. Good defensive pressure there put on by Jackson Meyer to disrupt his flow a little bit. Ball tossed in by Stevens to Jackson. Meyer to Stevens. Stevens going to put up the 3. Yes. Stevens with his second tray of the game. Jackets back on top by 6, 21-15. That matches the Jackets' largest lead of the game. Over on the right wing, that's going to be Curtis. Curtis dribbles behind his back, and then he'll dribble it back out, trying to get around. And they're going to call a foul on David Arnold.
Foul is called against David Arnold.
And that's the 10th foul on the Jackets, so boy, it could take a long time to finish this half, folks, as already the Jackets with 10 fouls, the Eagles with 8. And the officials calling this one close to the vest. At the free throw line is going to be Curtis. Free throw is up, and it's good. So Chadron State continues to do a good job of getting to the charity stripe, and now starting to take advantage of after having some woes early on. Second free throw by Curtis forthcoming. It's up, and it's good. So he makes both free throws. 21-17 now. Jackets up by 4. Still not at the halfway point. Top of the key to Arnold. Gets to the left side. Chasing it down is going to be Cusworth. Cusworth puts up the three-pointer. No. Well off the mark. Loose ball rebound. Chased down by McClellan. Over the right wing now to Curtis. Curtis dribbles around Trabing. He's going to put up the shot, and they're going to call Trabing again. Trabing's got 3 fouls. And, boy, he just came back in the lineup, and the continuation bucket is good. And back at the free throw line will be Curtis. And he'll shoot 1, looking for 3 the old-fashioned way. 21-19. Free throw is up, and it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Cusworth. Hands it off to Meyer. Meyer across midcourt. Dribbles to the right wing. He'll take a dribble as the Yellow Jackets get their offense set. Ball tossed inside to Arnold. Arnold takes the bump, gets it to the corner. Trabing, cross-court pass now. And then moving to the top of the key, put up the three-point shot as Cusworth. No, Curtis with the board. Quick outlet pass to Hines. Hines dribbles in the lane, spins around, and nearly stripped away by Jackson Meyer, but they're going to say got him on the arm. And the Yellow Jackets just having all sorts of issues now. Double bonus situation for the Eagles. So shooting 2 is going to be Sammy Hines. Hines only 5'9". Free throw is up, and it's no good as he comes up short. Preston Richards back in for the Jackets. Coming in for Chadron will be the 6'10 freshman, Michael Safer. Second free throw by Hines. Antoine. Got a delay here. Now here we go. Takes a couple dribbles. Takes a look. Free throw is up, and it's good. So back to a 1-point advantage for the Jackets. Ball tossed inside to Cusworth, and Cusworth could not catch it clean. Bobbled it a little bit, then knocked out of his hands by Chadron. Jackets, both teams fortunate there. Cusworth, if he caught that clean, should have had an easy bucket, but then could have easily have lost it. 3-point shot put up by Proctor, rolls up and in. Nope, he had his foot on the line yet again, so it's going to be a 2-point bucket for the Jackets. 23-20. Nice looking jump shot there as he just caught the ball on the inbounds pass and put it up. Ball tossed inside to McClellan. And that time they're going to call a charge as McClellan got it underneath, and then nope, it looked like it was going to be a charge, but then they said no. They called it on MSUB, and once again, after hitting the bucket and going to the free throw line to shoot 1 more, is going to be McClellan. Boy, give Chadron State credit. Not only are they getting to the free throw line, they're hitting the bucket before they get there. Free throw is up and in. We're all tied up at 23. Ball tossed into Jackson. Jackson across midcourt. Gets it off to Arnold at the top of the key. Back over to Jackson. Meyer dribbles to the top of the key. Right side now to Proctor. Proctor, cross-court pass to Jackson on the left wing. Meyer. And Proctor comes over and gets it, bumps into his own man. Preston Richards able to chase it down, though. And we've got a reach-in foul called on Chadron. Not in the double bonus situation yet, but that's the 19th foul on the Eagles. Going to the free throw line is going to be Proctor. He'll shoot his first free throws of the game. Looking to give Jackets lead back. They have never trailed in this one. Had as big as a 6-point lead a couple of times, but Chadron State always fighting back. Proctor hits the first free throw. He'll get another. Jackets back out on top, 24-23. 9:15 left to go in the game. Again, a welcome to our listeners in Chadron at KQSK. Second free throw by Proctor is good. So Proctor takes advantage of getting to the charity stripe. He'll hit both of them, 25-23. Chadron on the move. Cross midcourt will be Hines. Hines. MSUB continues their man-to-man. Cusworth, boy, I'll tell you what, he got caught flat-footed there, dribbling around and into the lane. Josh Hatcher puts up the 2. 25 all. Cusworth top of the key, left side now to Arnold, and that's going to bounce off Arnold's leg. Good defensive pressure put on by Safer, disrupting any thoughts of Arnold had of dribbling around. At least early on, Chadron appears a little bit quicker despite the long road trip than the Jackets. We'll see how that develops. Hines is waiting for his offense to set up. He'll dribble around, and they're going to call another reach in. Wow. And that's going to be called on Jackson Meyer. Well, just like anything else, you get a lot of different styles in terms of teams you play, and a lot of times you get a lot of different styles in terms of the officiating, and, some officials let you get away with that hand check, others don't. It's a legitimate call. Going to the free throw line is going to be Hines. Hines will shoot 2, and it's up and good. So Chadron with their first lead tonight as they lead 26-25. And it's a good thing that MSUB's got a pretty deep bench. They may have to use it tonight as the Jackets really racking up the fouls early on. 8:36 left to go. Still at the free throw line will be Hines, and he hits them both. Largest lead of the game for the Eagles. They lead 27-25. Jackson gets it to Proctor on the left wing. Proctor gets it to Preston Richards. Richards dribbles in the lane, gets it out to Arnold. And Jackson Meyer, wide open look at the 3, comes up short though, and then going up to get the board was Richard. Bounced off his hands, and now a fast break opportunity for Chadron State. And laying it up, and it'll be McDavid. Good job by Holloman to push the ball down the court and find the open man. 29-25 now. Arnold's got a wide open 3, but they blew the whistle before that, and going to the ground is going to be Preston Richards. I assume that's going to send him to the free throw line. Arnold missed the three-pointer anyway. And it's a double bonus situation now for Montana State Billings as well, as that'll be the 10th foul on the Eagles. Coming in for the Jackets here shortly, Chase Richards and David Arnold. And they'll wait for Preston to shoot his free throws. He'll shoot 2. The free throw by Richards is good. Both teams having a little trouble getting into a flow here for obvious reasons. A lot of fouls. Second free throw by Preston is up, and he makes that one as well. So Jackets pull within 2, 29-27. Robert Mays will sit down. Filling in for him is going to be Mandich. Chadron State with the 2-point lead and the basketball. Hines easily across midcourt. And he's going to throw it away as caught in quicksand was Holloman. He was wanting to go one way, and if Hines thought he was going another, he'll toss it away. We've got a media timeout. Eagles lead the Jackets 29-27. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Sign up with Sign Pro. Let the people know.
Have you seen the full-color vehicle wraps in Billings? The professionals at Sign Pro can design your vehicle graphics from one color to a full-color wrap. Together with Sign Pro, you can create a visual impact for your business. For 17 years, Sign Pro has produced top-quality, cutting-edge signage. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with Sign Pro today, 259-3200.
Sign up with Sign Pro.
Cellular Plus, your local Verizon Wireless premium retailer, is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jackets Athletics. Cellular Plus has 31 stores across Montana and Wyoming, including 6 convenient Billings area locations: The Heights, Rimrock Mall, Rimrock Mini Mall, King Avenue, Lockwood, and Laurel. Adam Kimmett and Cellular Plus would like to wish Coach Wooden and Coach Pfeiffer best of luck this season. Go Yellow Jackets!
Big rebounding edge for Chadron in this one. They've got 15 rebounds, including 11 defensive boards. But on the flip side, the Jackets putting up a whole lot more shots. They've got 20 shots compared to 12 for Chadron State. But 20 free throws already put up by the Eagles in this one. They've made 13 of those. Most important statistic, though, is the score, and the Eagles lead this one 29-27. Montana State Billings looking to tie it up or take a lead with the tray. They've got the basketball. Does MSUB to the corner now to Preston Richards. Richards dribbles out of the corner. Dribbles in the lane, splits the defense, and they're going to call a charging foul on Preston Richards. And Proctor is set to come in. And he'll replace Richards. Richards now with 3 fouls. Ball tossed into Chadron, looking to increase their 2-point advantage. Hines across midcourt. And nearly stolen away, finally gets it off to Holloman. Holloman dribbles around and misses the shot, and nearly knocked back in, but rebound finally pulled down by David Arnold. Arnold gets it to Proctor. Proctor spins around, then he'll lose the ball to Hines. Nice strip. Hines tosses it in, and then the little alley-oop missed by McClellan. Rebound pulled down by Proctor. A lot of action, no positive results there for Chadron. Proctor dribbles in the lane, splits the defense, does a little stutter step, and then knocks the ball out of bounds. Ball's going to go back to Chadron.
Right here.
And we've got about 30 seconds without a foul being called. Now they're going to say ball back to MSUB. Officials concur. Jackets keep it. Ball tossed out to Chase Richards to the corner and then knocked out. On a good hustle move by Curtis. Ball will stay with the Jackets. And the Jackets over by the Yellow Jacket fans are going to toss it in from the side. It's going to be Arnold. Arnold gets it off to Chase Richards. Chase Richards splits the defense, lays it up and in. Beautifully done as he dribbles around the screen. 29 all now. We got a dandy across midcourt. Hines. Hines will back up. Now trying to get around Richards. Ball tossed inside. Oh, beautifully done. Good vision there as he tosses it off. The Hatcher will lay it up and in with his left hand. Arnold at the top of the key. And he tosses the ball away. As coming over to get it is going to be Mandich on the left wing, and didn't get there quite quick enough. So a turnover on MSUB. Not a lot of turnovers on MSUB. Proctor steals it away, then bounces it off the legs of number 11. Off Chadron State, but then the shot missed on the other end, and getting the rebound and going down and hitting the shot at the free throw line will be Sammy Hines. 33-29 now. 4-point swing there for the Jackets. Arnold with the 3-point shot, no. High arching ball, rebound pulled down by McClellan. McClellan comes across on his own, dribbles in the lane, then tosses it off, and we've got another blocking foul called on MSUB. They're just not getting there quick enough. Looking for the charge was Arnold. And the Yellow Jacket bench is not happy with the way this game is developing, particularly from a foul situation. Seems like we get a player in for a couple minutes and they got to go out, and it's just kind of a revolving door right now. Josh Hatcher at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Free throw is up, and it's good. Cusworth and Mays coming in for the Yellow Jackets. Back in the lineup for Chadron State will be Christian McGee. Largest lead for the Eagles, 5. Free throw is up, missed. Proctor goes high for the board. Proctor will bring it across on his own. And Proctor's going to be fouled as he tries to dribble around the defense. Going to be called on Josh Hatcher. That's his second. So both teams, of course, in the double bonus for what has been a fairly long while. And Proctor's already hit a couple free throws. He'll shoot 2 more. The free throw is up, and it's good. Proctor 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, and he'll get another opportunity to cut into this 4-point deficit. Second free throw is up, and it's good. 34-31. We've got a timeout on the floor. Eagles nursing a 3-point lead on the Jackets, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
At First Interstate Bank, we have the world's smallest checkbook, the First Interstate Visa check card. Use your check card like a check anywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. Use it at gas pumps and grocery stores to make everyday errands more convenient. Or use your check card to get cash at over 130 First Interstate day and night teller ATMs across Montana and Wyoming. Best of all, it's free. There are no annual or monthly fees. It's a checkbook. It's an ATM card. It's First Interstate's check card. First Interstate Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Alterowitz Gym, listening to it on the internet. And of course, you folks listening to it on the radio at KQSK, Double Q Country in Chadron. Your Eagles looking pretty good so far. They lead 34-31. 5:35 left to go. And to add to the Jackets' misery, Chadron State with the basketball. Cross midcourt is Anderson. Anderson cross-court pass to Cola. Now Christian McGee on the right wing. He gets it off to Holloman. Right wing now to Cola. Cross-court pass stolen away by Proctor. And a long pass on the other end, and we've got a collision. And who are they going to call that on? They kind of ran into each other, but they're going to call that on Cola. And that'll send the Jackets to the free throw line. I think two teams that like to run the court and just not get many opportunities. Free throw missed by Chase Richards. He'll get another. The fouls have really slowed this game down. Second free throw is up, and it's good. So Richards hits 1 of 2, does Chase. 32-34 now. Justin Anderson across midcourt. He'll dribble around Richards. Richards with the reach in. He'll knock it out of bounds. The Jackets not liking the call, but you know what? When somebody dribbles around you like that, a lot of times you're going to be forced to put in that reach in and really putting yourself in a bad situation there. Nice move by Anderson to drive the lane. Free throw is up, and it's no good. Well, if the Eagles were doing a better job at the free throw line, they would have a pretty sizable advantage. Free throw is up. Second one is good. Back to a 3-point lead now for the Eagles. Richards, cross midcourt. Or that's Meyer, rather. Gets out to Cusworth. Left side now to Mays. Top of the key to David Arnold. He hands it off to Proctor. Proctor dribbles in the lane, gets it off, and slamming it home is going to be Robert Mays. First jam of the night, 35-34. 4:40 left to go. That gets the fans into it. And then ball stolen away by Mays. Mays, he's going to be fouled from behind. as he gets the steal, and then as he's getting set to pass it out to Proctor, immediately fouled. Not a good foul by Chadron there. I don't really think the fast break opportunity was there to begin with. At the free throw line is going to be Mays. A lot of these players are going to be hearing these whistles in their sleep tonight. There have been a bunch of them. Mays misses the free throw. So both teams struggling a bit at the charity stripe tonight. Well, if nothing else, they're getting a lot of practice. Second free throw by Mays, forthcoming. It's up, and he hits the second one. So 1 for 2, and we're all tied up again at 35. Neither team able to make much of a run. Christian McGee gets the inbounds pass. He gets it across midcourt. Guarded by Jackson Meyer. Meyer usually giving up some size, but not tonight against McGee. Olivan nearly stripped away, tosses inside to McGee. It rolls past him, but chasing it down is Safer. Safer gets underneath the basket and looking for the foul, but instead they're going to say he traveled. So Jackets have bounced back nicely, and they could get the lead back here with the bucket. 35 all. Left side to Cusworth. Inside now to Proctor. Proctor turnaround jump shot with his left hand, no. Chased down by Mays, but he's going to step on the line. Ball right back to Chadron. So a nice defensive stop there by the Eagles. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're all tied up at 35. There's about 4 minutes left to go in the first half of play. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Are you ready to get amped? AMP helps athletes get in the game and stay there. Our performance programs build strength, speed, and endurance. And if injuries do occur, our sports docs, the best in the region, are there to help athletes heal, regain their strength, and get back on the field. AMP, athletic, medicine, and performance. Check us out at ampmontana.com. AMP is a proud supporter of the Yellow Jackets.
There is a way to get a delicious Godfather's medium cheese pizza for only $5. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is yours for $5. Limited time offer good all day at both Godfather's Pizza locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights. 2010 rolls in with a $5 medium cheese pizza deal from Godfather's Pizza. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is only $5. This limited time offer good all day at both locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights.
Hey, sports fans, if you like to run...
And welcome back to Alterowitz Gym. Already in this ball game, we have got a total of 31 personal fouls called between the two teams, and that's really kind of been the story in this one. And 18 fouls called on Montana State Billings, 13 on Chadron State. We're all tied up at 35. Almost like the last 16 minutes didn't even happen. Top of the key now to Holloman. Hands it off to McClellan. McClellan gets it inside. Back to McClellan. He's going to put up the long three. They haven't put up a lot of them, and no success there. Cusgrove with the board. Off to Proctor to Mays. Mays dribbles around, and a beautiful move as McClellan was waiting for him, looking for the charge, and Mays didn't bite. Just able to wrap around him and lay it up and in. Jackets lead 37-35. And McGee barely gets it off before the 5-second call made. McClellan trying to back Arnold off. McClellan dribbles over to the right wing now. He'll dribble the lane, lay it up, no. Blocked away by Mays, but therefore the rebound is Holloman. He lays it up and in. We're all tied up at 37. Long pass underneath to Cusgrove. Too far underneath, though. Bounces off his legs, able to chase it down. Gets it out to Jackson Meyer. Good defense there by Chadron as they adjusted nicely. Jackson dribbles in the lane out to Cusgrove. He's going to put up the three. No, rolls out. Boy, that looked good. Rebound pulled down by McDavid. Long pass on the other end and dribbled the lane and trying to jam it home, and he came up short. Was Hatcher. Rebound pulled down by Cusgrove. And then a frustration foul on Josh Hatcher after missing the slam. He's going to reach in on Cusgrove after Cusgrove gets the board. That's going to send Cusgrove to the free throw line. So Couple of mistakes there made by Hatcher. First missing the jam and then the frustration foul. And Jackets going to have two opportunities here to get the lead back. Free throw is up and it's good. So Cusworth, still getting used to some of these names. I think I've been calling him Cusgrove. Cusworth's second free throw. Bad enough when you get the opposing players wrong, but when you start goofing up your own team, that's a bad sign. Cusworth hits the second one. 39-37 now. Jackets with the lead. Ball at the right wing. That's McClellan. Left side switch now as they reverse it to McDavid. And then a cross-court pass, three-point shot put up and in. And the first tray made this evening by the Eagles, and that's going to be Cola, giving the Eagles a 1-point advantage. Then on the other end, Jackson Meyer puts up the 3-0. Board pulled down by Safer. Safer, quick outlet pass to McClellan. He'll bring it across. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. He dribbles around Proctor. Proctor strips him. Arnold chases down the loose ball, gets it off to Mays. Mays hits Jackson Meyer in the corner. Three-point shot, no. And Mays with the board, and then he misses the bunny. Loose ball rebound chased down by Proctor. Boy, ample opportunity there for the Jackets. Meyer doesn't miss many wide-open threes. Arnold's going to put up the three-pointer. No, he misses it. Jackets can't buy a bucket. Safer easily with the board. Tosses it off to McClellan. Now across midcourt as they get it to McDavid. And no call there. And a three-point shot put up and missed by Cola. And then dribbling down the lane will be David. He gets it off to Proctor. Proctor's three-point shot, no. Rebound pulled down by McClellan. So the Jackets get a lot of shots up but not having much success.
10 seconds! 10 seconds!
And a warning for the Yellow Jacket bench. And they did get the call the Jackets were wanting. I think they got the 10-second violation. Or did they? Nope. Or did they just stop the play because of the warning? No. A 10-second violation on Chadron State as they got sloppy getting the call across midcourt. So the Jackets got the warning but got the call they wanted. We've got a timeout from the Yellow Jacket bench. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey sports fans, if you like surrounding yourself with winners, try the Hilton Garden Inn, Billings. Located on the West End, we have everything to make your next event a victory. With hassle-free parking, luxurious guest rooms, first-class meeting and banquet services, you're sure to bring home the trophy. The Hilton Garden Inn, Billings, 655-8800. That's 655-8800.
Hard to imagine that there's not going to be a technical call in this game after a warning, and the Jackets have ridden the officials pretty hard tonight, and with all the fouls that have been called, I would imagine both benches not real happy with the flow of this one. 40-39, Eagles with the lead, Jackets with the basketball. Just a minute to go here in the first half of play. Jackets going to take some time off the clock. Jackson Meyer dribbles in the lane, gets into pressure, and then gets it out to Mays. Mays from about 14 feet cans it. Jackets back out on top by one. Well, Chadron State can't hold for the last shot, but they can take it to about 7 seconds. We'll see what kind of strategy the Eagles have there. Left wing now to McDavid. Right side down, McDavid gets it to the corner. Three-point shot put up well short. Air ball by McClellan. Rebound pulled down by Proctor. Proctor gets it to Jackson Meyer in the corner. And no, excuse me, that was David Arnold with the three. The Jackets with a 4-point advantage. The largest lead they've had for some time. Led by 6 early on in this one. Top of the key to McClellan. McClellan gets it to the corner. Coming down the lane from about 5 feet. Shot missed. MSUB going to bounce off the legs. Who are they going to call that off of? It looks like Chadron's going to keep it. A lot of bodies in there and a lot of contact with the basketball. Last people to touch it, though, were in the gold and blue. Chadron keeps it underneath their own basket. They've got 1.3 seconds to get a shot off. That is enough time. With a clean pass, Hatcher gets it out. And I don't think the shot got up. They're going to count it no. Just a little bit late putting it up, and Hatcher did a nice job. Bank shot there from just inside the three-point line, but just put it up a little too late. And the Jackets lead at the break 44-40. Well, normally you hear a 44-40 score, and you're going to think, boy, what an entertaining game. But and it was in many respects. Both teams playing hard. But a whole lot of foul shots early on in this one, and both teams struggling. And the officials are actually going to take a look at it. We'll keep it right here for now because the officials are taking a look at the monitor to see if he got that shot up quick enough. I don't think, well, I was going to say I don't think he did, but I've certainly been wrong before. It was close. I think he was up in the air by the time the shot came up, but I don't think it left his hands quick enough, and it looks like, no, they're going to say the bucket did not go up quick enough, so that's the way it's going to stand at the half. Jackets lead this one 44-40. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
If you get into an accident, you do have a choice of a record company. Call Hansers Record Company at 248-7795. You should know that any number of 35 towing companies could be called to assist you and your loved ones. You need a company you can trust and one that will keep you and your family safe. Remember, you do have a choice. Call Hansers at 248-7795. All drivers are certified. Hansers, serving the community since 1963. See all they can do or visit them online at www.hansers.com.
Who Hot?
What's hot?
Who Hot?
Who hot?
That's right, Who Hot, the exciting Mongolian grill concept that's conquering the nation, and Billings will not be spared.
Mongolian grill?
Who Hot Mongolian Grill has over 50 fresh meats, vegetables, noodles, grilled before your very eyes. Choose from 12 specialty sauces or create your own. From simple soy to super hot kung pao yao. Grab a bowl and load up. Repeat as necessary.
Who Hot Mongolian Grill, King Avenue West, Billings.
Where hunger meets its destiny.
Where can you find Yellow Jacket apparel and memorabilia? It's all at Jackets & Company. They've got you covered. Everything from that T-shirt to that special Yellow Jacket coffee mug to that really special doodad you just know you have to have. Why not go now? That item you were thinking about buying is just sitting there waiting for you. Go ahead. They're right around the corner with 5 Beezers locations to serve you. They've got it. You know it. Jackets & Company on campus, downtown, and online at www.jacketsandcompany.com.
Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big beer. Billings' #1 award-winning beers. Great food, great fun, and great beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. And we're now proud sponsors of the Montana State University Billings Athletics. Join us before and after the game for great food, awesome service, and award-winning beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big award-winning beer. Right in the heart of downtown Billings. At 113 North Broadway, downtown.
A lot of people are proud of their jobs and what they do. I'm one of them. I'm Renee, one of the customer service representatives for Northwestern Energy. We get your phone calls about problems, little ones and big ones. During a winter blizzard, snow and wind knock down lines, bury roads, and makes it tough for us to work. We will work 24 hours a day so you can have power again. It's what we care about. Yes, I'm proud to work here.
Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
And welcome to our listening fans on the internet and folks listening in the Chadron area to KQSK, Double Q Country. Nice to have you along tonight. We've had a good first half of basketball despite all the fouls. We'll get into that here in a minute. Jackets on top of Chadron State 44-30 at the break. Taking a look at some of the team numbers before we get into some of the individual accolades. Chadron State only put up 24 shots there in the first half, 12 for 24 from the floor, so shooting pretty good when they're able to put it up. 12 for 24, only put 6 from beyond the arc, made one of those, just under 17%. But putting up as many free throws as they did field goal attempts, 24 free throws for Chadron State. Good job getting to the free throw line. I'm sure the Chadron State coaches would like to see them shoot a little better once they get there, though, as they were 15 for 24, just over 62%. Taking a look at the shooting numbers for Montana State Billings, percentage-wise, did not shoot as well as Chadron State, but they got a whole lot more buckets up. 35 shot attempts by Montana State Billings compared to 24 for Chadron. Montana State Billings made 14 of those, 40%. 18 points from beyond the arc. They made 5, 27.8% there. And compared to 24 free throw attempts for Chadron State, 15 for Montana State Billings. Didn't shoot too bad from there, 11 for 15, just over 73%. Taking a look at some of the rebounding totals, Chadron State with a big advantage early on. Montana State Billings has managed to close the gap a little bit. 23 rebounds for Chadron State, 18 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive boards for Montana State Billings, 18 boards, 12 on the defensive end, and they've had 6 offensive rebounds. Taking a look at the assist total, Montana State Billings doing a pretty good job of sharing the basketball. They've got 12 assists compared to 5 for Chadron State. Turnovers, and this really the big difference in the game. Chadron State, I'm sure that's something they're going to be talking about at halftime. 17 turnovers on your Eagles compared to just 7 for Montana State Billings. Montana State Billings with 2 block shots there in the first half of play, none for Chadron State. 6 steals for the Yellow Jackets, just 2 for Chadron State. The big story there in the first half, personal fouls. My goodness, taking a look at this, 14 personal fouls on Chadron, 18 on Montana State Billings. And when we get to some of the individual numbers, we'll take a look at what players are in foul trouble. And well, there's at least 3 when you combine the 2 teams that are kind of in dire straits right now in terms of personal fouls. We'll talk about that here in a moment. In the paint, Chadron State doing a good job there. 18 points in the paint compared to 10 for Montana State Billings. MSUB doing a great job converting those turnovers. 20 points off turnovers, only 7 for Chadron, and second chance points. Both teams with 4 fast break points, both teams with 4. Bench totals pretty similar. MSUB with 18 points off the bench, 16 for Chadron State. Taking a look, the largest lead of the game for MSUB, 6. The largest lead for Chadron State, 5. So pretty equal game early on in this one. At the half, Jackets lead 44-40. We will take a look at some of the individual numbers when we come back after this 2-minute timeout.
At Perkins Restaurants, breakfast is a specialty. Breakfast is a tradition. Breakfast is served all day. But best of all, breakfast is just the beginning. Sure, you can get big fluffy omelets and golden buttermilk pancakes, but we also serve juicy burgers and mile-high melts, bread bowl salads, and hearty dinners like jumbo shrimp, grilled top sirloin steak, home-style pot roast, even butterball roast turkey and dressing. At Perkins, we set the menu, but you pick the time. And no matter what time of day it is, you'll find a comfortable, relaxed atmosphere, friendly staff, and your own pot of coffee right at your table. We even have our own bakery, with fresh-baked pies like luscious chocolate French silk and caramel apple. For all your favorites, served all day long. Now there's a Perkins right nearby. Stop in real soon. Perkins. Breakfast is just the beginning.
Stop by either Billings location and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Perkins is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics.
Over the years, Hansers Automotive has earned quite a reputation for their transmission work. But some have forgotten about their general repair and fleet work, well known for their expertise in carburation to fuel injection, diesel trucks, small cars, foreign cars, brakes, and tune-ups. Hansers has the top ASE certified master technicians in the area that get the job done right. No matter what kind of vehicle, Hansers can repair it. Call 248-7795. See all that they can do or visit them online at Hansers.com.
Sign up with SignPro. Let the people know.
Trust Sign Pro. From banners to illuminated cabinets, dimensional signs and letters, custom designs and logos, to wide format color printing and neon. With their top quality cutting edge signage, they have the knowledge to make your first impression a lasting one. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with Sign Pro today. 259-3200.
Sign up with Sign Pro.
And welcome back to Alterowitz Gym on the internet, along with KQSK WQ Country. This is Ken Adelblue, entertaining first half. Montana State Billings leads at the break 44-40, and those folks just joining in, they're probably thinking, my goodness, this game started at 7 o'clock. It seems like we're running a little bit late. Well, a lot of fouls there in the first half, as I just alluded to. 18 personal fouls called on Montana State Billings, 14 on Chadron State. Between the two teams, they went to the free throw line 39 times there in the first half, at least 39 attempts. They actually went more than that. There were a few one-and-one situations that were missed by both teams. So both teams getting a lot of opportunities to work on their free throw shooting there in the first half. Taking a look at some of the individual numbers. First of all, we'll take a look at visiting Chadron State. In terms of total points, pretty balanced scoring for Chadron there in the first half of play. Kendrick Holloman with 8 total points. He was 2 for 3 from the floor, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He leads the Eagles. And with 7 points, Josh Hatcher, good shooting from the floor, 3 for 4, 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. He ends up with 7 first half points. With 5 points, Sammy Hines, 1 for 2 from the floor, did most of his damage from the free throw line, 3 for 4. And Chris Curtis missed him, 2 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 7 from the free throw line. So really struggled at the charity stripe. Otherwise, he'd be sitting in double figures right now. He had 6 first half points. And rounding out the scoring for Chadron there in the first half of play, Sammy Hines with 5, Kevin McClellan with 4. Moala Tatua with 2, Christian McGee with 2 points, Justin Anderson 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He ends up with 1. Tim McDavid with 2 points. That adds up to 40 for Chadron State. For Montana State Billings, very much like Chadron there in the first half in terms of balanced scoring opportunities. Leading the way is Antone Proctor, matching the team high for Kendrick Holloman on the Montana State Billings side of the basketball. Proctor's got 8 points as well, 2 for 7 from the floor, but doing a good job at the free throw line, 4 for 4. He was 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. He ends up with 8 points there in the first half of play. Robert Mays didn't put up a lot of shots, only 4, but took advantage of it. Hit for 3 for 4 from the floor, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He ends up with 7 first half points. Taylor Stevens, 2 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 5 from beyond the arc. That adds up to a total of 6. And rounding out the scoring for Montana State Billings, Nikola Mandich with 4 points, Preston Richards with 4 points, and Chase Richards with 3, David Arnold with 3 points, and Robbie Travang with 2 points there in the first half of play. A couple things that I did mention, maybe I didn't. Jackson Meyer had 5 first half points, 2 for 6 from the floor, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Normally one of the leading scorers for Montana State Billings. And of course, if you look at the numbers, 5 points in the top 3 for scoring in the first half for MSUB, but not the kind of shooting you're used to from Jackson Meyer, only 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Assist totals, what a job by Jackson Meyer there, though. If he's not scoring the points, he's helping others do so. He's got 6 assists there in the first half of play. Not a whole lot of assists for Chadron State there in the first half, only 5, and leading the way there is Sammy Hines with 2. Rebounding totals there in the first half from an individual basis. Leading the way for Chadron State with 5 rebounds was Kevin McClellan, 4 defensive boards, 1 on the offensive end. Coming in second in that category, we got a tie, Sammy Hines with 3 defensive boards, and Michael Safer with 3 total rebounds. He's got 2 on the defensive end, 1 offensively. Leading the way in that category for Montana State Billings, Antone Proctor from the guard position. How about that? He's got 5 rebounds, a lot of those on some of those loose ball rebounds. Ends up with 4 defensive boards, 1 on the offensive end, and then Robert Mays and Cameron Cusworth with 3 rebounds apiece. We'll be back in a couple minutes to get the second half started. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Everybody knows that an MVP is a most valuable player. How about the MVB, most valuable bank? Well, it's Montana-owned and offers you real people service. Local decisions, flexible terms, straight talk, and a quick turnaround. No matter what you're looking for, from a free checking account to an ag operating loan, from Montana's most respected commercial lenders to a home mortgage, you'll find your MVB right here. Stockman Bank, serving Montanans for over 50 years and now in 19 locations statewide. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Billings, Sheridan, Cody Yellow Book Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business and residential white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. An easy-to-read format helps you find whatever you are looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Yellow Pages reach your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in the Billings Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Sign up with Sign Pro. Let the people know.
Have you seen the full-color vehicle wraps in Billings? The professionals at Sign Pro can design your vehicle graphics from one color to a full-color wrap. Together with Sign Pro, you can create a visual impact for your business. For 17 years, Sign Pro has produced top-quality, cutting-edge signage. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with Sign Pro today, 259-3200.
Sign up with Sign Pro.
Cellular Plus, your local Verizon Wireless premium retailer, is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jackets Athletics. Cellular Plus has 31 stores across Montana and Wyoming, including 6 convenient Billings area locations: The Heights, Rimrock Mall, Rimrock Mini Mall, King Avenue, Lockwood, and Laurel. Adam Kimmett and Cellular Plus would like to wish Coach Wooden and Coach Pfeiffer best of luck this season. Go Yellow Jackets!
I mentioned that I was going to go over the personal foul situations on an individual basis. We've got one player with 4 personal fouls for Chadron State. That's Tatua. Josh Hatcher has 3 fouls, and a pair of Montana State Billings players with 3 fouls, Robbie Trabing and Preston Richards with 3. Jackets lead 44-40 as we get the second half started. Jackets with the basketball to start things off here in the second half of play. And already a foul, a blocking foul. That's going to be called on Sammy Hines as he'll go to the floor. So 6 seconds in, and we have already got the 33rd foul called tonight in this one. Set to throw it in will be Taylor Stevens. Gets it off to Jackson Meyer right here in front of the scorer's table. Meyer gets it off to Proctor. Proctor hits Mays. Mays just outside the key, puts up the shot, no. Rebound, though, pulled in by Arnold, and Mays goes in, going to lay it up. He's going to be fouled. Didn't make the shot, but that'll send him to the free throw line. So already 2 team fouls called on the Eagles to start off this second half. Mays will shoot a pair, looking to increase this 4-point advantage for the Yellow Jackets. Mays' free throw is no good. Mays in the first half of play was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Second shot from the charity stripe forthcoming. It's up, and he makes a second one. Jackets back to a 5-point advantage, 45-40, 19:39 left to go here in the ballgame. Hines across midcourt. Man-to-man defense kept on by MSUB. Ball tossed inside, and a beautiful move up over the top. Curtis, little baby hook. It's 45-42. Arnold, top of the key now to Andrews. Left side, left wing to Mays. Mays, top of the key to Arnold. Top of the key to Mays. Left side now to Proctor. Proctor on the left wing. Gets it to Arnold. Arnold's going to put up the 3-point shot. Looked like it was partially blocked, but still made it to the rim. But rebound pulled down by Curtis on the missed shot. Curtis brings it across on his own. He dribbles in the lane. And ball's going to sail out of bounds, and that'll stay with Chadron State as Proctor knocked it out of his hands.
Okay, David, get attached. Taylor, watch the up screen. Up screen.
Chadron State underneath their own basket gets it to the right wing. That's Hines. He'll dribble backwards, then he'll dribble down the lane, goes over the top, beautifully done. He gets around Jackson Meyer, and Meyer in a little bit of foul trouble, laid off there. 45-44. Top of the key now to Arnold. Long NBA three-pointer, well off the mark. Rebound pulled down by McClellan. He dribbles around Arnold. He'll put up the shot up and in. Boy, that's a beautiful shot as he was about 5 feet up and realized he was fouled, and he just kind of, not necessarily a desperation shot, but he knew that would get him to the free throw line. He actually made the shot. And the Eagles that have been doing this all night, they've been hitting the shots and getting the free throw along with it. We'll see what happens here with McClellan. They've missed a lot of these opportunities during three the hard way. McClellan's free throw is up and in, so they took advantage there. Eagles back out on top, 47-45 after trailing by 4 at the break. Meyer dribbles to the free throw line, gets it out to Arnold. Arnold nearly throws it away, chased down by Mays. Then the ball's going to go out of bounds off Mays' knee. Good defensive pressure put on by Kendrick Holloman. Holloman, a redshirt freshman, impressed with him. He's been solid. Eagles with the 2-point advantage. Hines across midcourt. He'll dribble to the top of the key, tosses it inside, and a nice move, but missed the shot. Mays with the board. Shot underneath the basket, missed by Hatcher, but then stolen away. And then throwing it off the backboard is Curtis. Ball chased down by Proctor. MSUB has some numbers here, but good job getting back on the part of Chadron. And then that ball is going to be thrown away over and back. Ball tossed away by Arnold. So some sloppy play here to start the second half. And coming in for MSUB is going to be Preston Richards. And he'll replace Arnold.
Back pick Stagers. Back pick Stagers.
Holloman will throw it in front of his own bench. Gets it off to Hines. Hines dribbles around the screen, then gets it onside on the give and go. Another bucket, another easy bucket missed by Hatcher. The Jackets with the basketball. Mays at the top of the key. Left side now to Arnold. He's going to put up the three-pointer. Yes. Arnold with the three from the left wing. Jackets on top, 48-47, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout, which means we will do the same. We will be back in 60 seconds.
At First Interstate Bank, we have the world's smallest checkbook, the First Interstate Visa check card. Use your check card like a check anywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. Use it at gas pumps and grocery stores to make everyday errands more convenient. Or use your check card to get cash at over 130 First Interstate day and night teller ATMs across Montana and Wyoming. Best of all, it's free. There are no annual or monthly fees. It's a checkbook. It's an ATM card. It's First Interstate's check card. First Interstate Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready to get amped? AMP helps athletes get in the game and stay there. Our performance programs build strength, speed, and endurance. And if injuries do occur, our sports docs, the best in the region, are there to help athletes heal, regain their strength, and get back on the field. AMP, athletic, medicine, and performance. Check us out at ampmontana.com. AMP is a proud supporter of the Yellow Jackets.
And welcome back to All Turowitz Gym. Ken Adelblue with you on this Friday on KQSQ Double Q Country, along as well as msubillings.edu/athletics. All the home games for the Yellow Jackets, of course, heard on the internet, and we're joined by the folks in Chadron this evening on the radio. Montana State Billings clinging to a 1-point lead, 48-47, back and forth affair. In a foul-ridden first half for both teams, settling down a little bit, just 2 team fouls on the Eagles, 2.5 minutes in, 1 team foul on the Jackets. Something they certainly addressed at halftime. Top of the key now to McClellan. McClellan dribbles to the left wing, gets it to Curtis. Curtis going to put up the long three-pointer over Proctor. No, Proctor comes in and gets the board. Proctor gets it to Arnold. Arnold just coming off the big three to give the Jackets lead. Robert Mays now on the left wing, top of the key to Jackson Meyer. Right side to Preston Richards. He'll dribble in the lane and then throws it away. Good defense there by Tatua. Tatua passes it off to Hines. Hines dribbles around Proctor and then stripped away by Proctor. Ball goes out of bounds. Good quick hands on the part of Proctor.
Watch the up screen, Taylor.
To disrupt that shot opportunity. Chadron State will keep the basketball, though. Left wing to Curtis. Curtis dribbles around Proctor. He'll dribble to the corner and gets it inside. Oh, and the jam missed by Tatua. Rebound pulled down by the Jackets. Proctor gets it off to Arnold. Ooh, got to be careful with that pass. Arnold's going to put up the three-pointer. No, off the mark. Crashing in for the board is McClellan. McClellan will dribble it across on his own. Gets it off to Curtis. Curtis dribbles in the lane. It's going to be a charge. They haven't called many of those tonight. Most of the offensive fouls have been called away from the basketball, but that time MSUB able to get their feet set with Proctor and forcing the charging call.
Match, left.
A lot of those have gone the other way. It's hurt both teams in terms of blocking fouls. 48-47 now. Jackets with the defensive stop. 16 minutes left to go in this one. Jackson Meyer dribbles over the left wing, gets it to the corner to Proctor. Proctor double team momentarily, and then one of the defenders moves away. Proctor now at the top of the key, stripped away, beautifully done. And chasing the loose ball down is Hines, and then he throws it away. Preston Richards, both teams get a little sloppy with the basketball now. Preston Richards gets it off to Jackson Meyer. Meyer trying to settle things down. He's the field general out there for MSUB. Point guard gets it to the right side to Arnold. Back to Jackson Meyer to Preston Richards on the left wing. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson looking for an opening, having trouble finding it. He'll dribble to the free throw line and he'll force the foul. Nice job there. As a defender, you hate to leave your feet. That leaves you so vulnerable, and Jackson really didn't have the shot, but able to get Tatua off the ground. He crashed into Jackson Meyer, so Meyer's going to get to shoot a couple of free throws here. And I think there's a little bit of blood on the floor. Not sure exactly what's going on here. We'll sort it all out here in a minute. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There is a way to get a delicious Godfather's medium cheese pizza for only $5. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is yours for $5. Limited time offer good all day at both Godfather's Pizza locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights. 2010 rolls in with a $5 medium cheese pizza deal from Godfather's Pizza. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is only $5. This limited time offer good all day at both locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights.
Hey sports fans, if you like surrounding yourself with winners, try the Hilton Garden Inn, Billings. Located on the West End, we have everything to make your next event a victory. With hassle-free parking, luxurious guest rooms, first-class meeting and banquet services, you're sure to bring home the trophy. The Hilton Garden Inn, Billings, 655-8800. That's 655-8800.
7 shots put up here in the second half by Chadron. They've made 3 of those. 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. The Jackets have put up 5 shots, only made 1 of those, and 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. But the Jackets now suddenly the role reversal is they're going to the free throw line, and up to shoot a pair of free throws is going to be Jackson Meyer. Jackets lead 48-47. Free throw by Jackson is up and in. 49-47 now, Montana State Billings. 15:25 left to go here in the ball game. Welcome to all our listeners on KQSK. Free throw is up and it's good. So both free throws made by Jackson Meyer. Jackets up by 3. They led by 4 at the break.
Zip
Cross midcourt will be Hines. Hines gets it to McClellan on the left wing. McClellan trying to dribble around Richards. Turnaround jump shot up and in. Richards has had some issues defensively, but really didn't do anything wrong there. That was a nice turnaround fade jump shot by McClellan. 50-49. Jackson Meyer throws it inside. Cusworth turns around. Beautiful baby hook from about 4 feet. Jackets up by 3, 52-49. Both teams seem to be settling down on the last couple of offensive possessions. Hines gets it to the left side, to the corner now, and a wide open three-point shot missed by McDavid. Rebound pulled down, though. Good hustle by Cola. Cola dribbles out of trouble. Gets it off to McClellan at the top of the key. McClellan coming off that nice shot. He'll dribble around Richards, put up the shot, and right now giving him all sorts of trouble. Long pass on the other end, and we're going to have a goaltending call called on Holloman, as right underneath the bucket was Cusworth, and Cusworth would have made the bucket, but getting it on the way down was Holloman. So Jackets with the bucket there. I believe that gives them a 3-point advantage. Score is wrong. It says 52-51. I don't. That 54-51. That's what I thought. Turn around and ball tossed inside to Holloman. Little baby hook. He misses it, but then tips it up on his own with the rebound. 54-53. Preston Richards. Richards dribbles to the free throw line, then dribbles in the lane, and we're going to have a charge call, or we're going to have a block. We're going to have a block. And going hard to the floor for Chadron State, hitting the back of his head. Nope, they called a charge. Excuse me. That was Holloman. Did a nice job there. I was screened out there for a second. So Holloman doing a good job getting over there, getting his feet in place, and forcing the charge on Richards. 2 team fouls now on the Jackets, 4 on the Eagles. We were already in the bonus situation, I think, in the first half at this point. Ball on the left side to Cola. Cola looking to get around Cusworth. And they'll reverse it to the right side to Hines. Hines dribbles around Jackson. Meyer puts up the shot. No. Rebound, though, pulled down and missed by Chadron. Ball tossed in off the legs of Jackson Meyer. Ball rolls out of bounds, and I think that's going to stay with Chadron. So both teams really hustling, but the end result, Chadron State will keep the basketball. Everybody diving there.
Cam! He's got an up screen at you.
Coming in for Chadron is going to be Michael Safer. He replaces Holloman. Holloman's got 4 team fouls, or 4 personal fouls, excuse me.
Jackson!
And Holloman's done some damage.
He's coming off on the double wrap. At 42.
I think we're going to see that situation in the latter part of this game. Certainly a lot of players sitting there with multiple fouls, so we may get a chance to see just how strong these benches are. Set to throw it in underneath their basket will be Cola.
Coming out, Rob! Coming out! That's illegal! That's illegal! Thank you!
And we've got a foul on the inbound pass. That's going to be called on Chadron. Kevin McClellan. I think they're going to say it was a moving screen. And McClellan arguing his case, but I've yet to see an official change his mind when a player comes up to him and says, no, I didn't do that.
32 or 3?
McClellan, though, doing it with respect, so the officials just explain it to him, and end result, MSUB with the basketball and the lead, 54-53. Mandich tries to toss it inside. Errant pass stolen away by McDavid. Ball knocked out of his hands. It's going to go out of bounds. MSUB arguing that it should be their ball. But no, Chadron State will keep it. Kind of like a pinball machine there. Seemed like it came off about 3 or 4 different people. Last one to touch it was the home team. Thrown in by Cola. Gets it off to Hatcher. Hatcher dribbles to the free throw line, then picks up his dribble, gets it back to Cola. Cola going to give it to Hines. He'll direct the offense now.
Get over, Dave. Get over, Dave.
Gets it over the right side to Cola. Cola Dribbles inside the lane, hands it off, and then out. And dribbling in, 8-foot bucket attempt missed. And rebound chased down by Chadron. MSUB cannot get the ball back as Chadron doing a great job on the offensive boards. A lot of these just hustle rebounds right now. No real technique involved, but a lot of loose ball rebounds on Chadron State as they're just out hustling the Yellow Jackets just a little bit. 12:47 left to go. Jackets lead by 1. Chadron State looking for the lead here. Brand new shot clock. Ball tossed in to Hines. Hines top of the key three-point attempt. Yes, beautiful shot. Over heavy pressure by Jackson Meyer. Eagles with the 2-point advantage now. Has not been an effective weapon for Chadron tonight, the three-point shot, but Duke did a great job there. Jackson Meyer on the other end puts up the three, and he answers. Nope, they're going to call it a 2, excuse me. But on the line, 56 all now. We're all tied up. All this time played, and it's just like we're starting over again. 12:15 left to go. Hines dribbles over the left side now. He'll dribble in the lane, gets it around. Myers puts up a wild shot rebound, pulled down by Mandich. Quick outlet pass to Jackson Meyer. Gets it off to Trabing. Trabing's three-point shot, no. Comes up short. Ball going to be knocked around, and then finally chased down by McDavid. McDavid hands it off to Curtis. Curtis dribbles in the lane, gets around Trabing momentarily. Trabing able to chase him down with a little help from Andrews. Handed off to Kola. Kola gets it to the left wing to McDavid. McDavid dribbles to the free throw line, then tosses it back out. Dribble in the lane will be Kola, and we've got, it's either got to be a charge or a block, or they're going to call a charge. Kola with the charge. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're all tied up at 56. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Jim, the theme of our next float is ice cream. Now, get this, it's a float of an ice cream float. Oh, yeah, that is clever stuff. Well, that's what the first annual Farmers Insurance Agent Matt Clark Parade is all about, Jim. You know, Matt was extremely clever in helping the parade sponsor choose just the right coverage. So when she had that fire, she came out smelling like a rose.
Farmers Insurance Agents help you get the right coverage. Farmers Insurance. You love your insurance agent?
If you get into an accident, you do have a choice of a record company. Call Hansers Record Company at 248-7795. You should know that any number of 35 towing companies could be called to assist you and your loved ones. You need a company you can trust and one that will keep you and your family safe. Remember, you do have a choice. Call Hansers at 248-7795. All drivers are certified. Hansers, serving the community since 1963. See all they can do or visit them online at www.hansers.com.
Complete role reversal here in the second half of play as the Jackets put up 35 buckets, 35 shots there in the first half compared to just 24 for Chadron State. But here in the second half, 17 shots put up by Chadron, just 9 for Montana State Billings. Jackets led at the break 44-40. We're all tied up now at 56-56, 11:34 left to go here in the second half of play.
Going to get back in for the upstream.
Certainly seems like there's been more scoring than that, but actually been a relatively quiet here second half. Chadron State with the basketball, so they called off the charge and reversed it. And instead ruled that it was a blocking foul on Montana State Billings. I swear I wasn't seeing things. I did see the charge called, but
double wrap outside.
the officials discussed it and changed their mind. Been an interesting game from the standpoint of the officiating. We've had a lot of call reversals, and I'm not sure what they're discussing. They're looking at the monitor, or maybe they're not sure, but they had a powwow with the coaches.
Hey, let's go! Get him going! Let's go! Take a timeout, let's go!
Could have taken about a 4-minute break there. Now we're finally back to play. Chadron State 31 seconds on the shot clock, so obviously plenty of time. They're underneath their own basket. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. And how about that? Knocked on the inbounds and standing on the line, and it came back right into his hands was Holloman. And ball goes back to the Jackets. Had his foot on the line. Ball given to Jackson Meyer. Meyer's inside to Mays. Mays makes the move. He's going to be fouled. So Mays drawing the foul on the shot attempt. That'll send him to the free throw line. Jackets in the game 14 for 19 from the charity stripe. Just under 74%. Shot by Mays is up and good. Mays has struggled a little bit from the free throw line. He was 2 for 4 up to that attempt. Now 3 for 5. 57-56. Jackets with a 1-point lead. Neither team able to really make much of a run. And Mays hits the second one. Jackets, their largest lead was 6. Chadron State led by 5 at one point. 58-56. 11:15 to go. Chadron State with the basketball across midcourt is going to be Curtis. Ball knocked out of bounds and off the knees of Holloman. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Chadron State head coach Brent Bargan not liking the looks of that last offensive possession. And we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hoo-ha!
What's hot?
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha?
That's right, Hoo-ha, the exciting Mongolian Grill concept that's conquering the nation, and Billings will not be spared.
Mongolian Grill?
Hoo-ha Mongolian Grill has over 50 fresh meats, vegetables, noodles, grilled before your very eyes. Choose from 12 specialty sauces or create your own. From simple soy to super hot Kung Pao Yao. Grab a bowl and load up. Repeat as necessary.
Hoo-ha Mongolian Grill, King Avenue West, Billings.
Where hunger meets its destiny.
Just over 11 minutes left to go here in the second half of play. Jackets on top 58-56, and the Jackets get the basketball on the turnover by Chadron. Mays gets over left side to Arnold, looking to take the three, opted against it. Now to Jackson Meyer. Meyer gets it to Arnold. Left side now to Trabing. Top of the key to Proctor. Proctor's going to have the look at the three, and he hits it. Wow. 61-56. Boy, he took a lot of time putting that shot up. Chadron State responded, but still able to get it up over the top. And now it's a 5-point lead for the Jackets. 61-56. Chadron State looking to respond in kind. Dribbling in the lane will be Hines. And that's going to be off the leg of McDavid on a good defensive play inside by Arnold. And Chadron State, the last couple minutes, have been a little disheveled here. And Montana State Billings looking for their largest lead of the game with the bucket here. Top of the key to Mays. Left side now to Arnold. Top of the key to Proctor. Left side to Trabing. Trabing on the left wing gets it off to Arnold at the top of the key. Inside by Mays, and then stolen away by Holloman. Then stolen right back by Jackson Meyer. Gets it off to Proctor. Proctor coming off the big three. Gets it off to Arnold. Wide open look at the three. No, off the mark. And rebound chased down by Hines. Stevens missed the wide open look at the three. Then dribbling down the lane, and we've got a blocking foul. That's going to be called on Stevens.
You are so bad! You are so bad! He was standing there waiting for it for 2 seconds.
And Stevens with the foul call.
You stand in the key and take that. You stand in the key and take that contact and tell me what you'll call.
At the free throw line is going to be Kendrick Holloman. He'll shoot 2. If you radio audience heard Jackets not agreeing with the call. Free throw is up, and it's good. So 61-57. Back in for the Jackets, back in for the Eagles, rather, McGee. And also Josh Hatcher. Second free throw by Holloman is good. Boy, he's done a good job at the free throw line tonight. Ball tossed into Jackson Meyer. 3-point advantage now for the Jackets. Top of the key to Arnold. Right side to Jackson Meyer. He'll take over at the top of the key. Ball tossed inside to Arnold. Beautifully done. as he hits him on the back door. Back to a 5-point lead for MSUB halfway through the second half of play. Christian McGee across midcourt. He'll dribble over the left wing. Tries to get around Jackson Meyer. Nearly stolen away. He'll go to the ground. And are we going to have a travel or are we going to have a possession call? That's our very first possession call of the night. Usually you get a few of those as McGee went to the ground. 9.5 left to go here in the second half of play. And we've got a technical foul, I believe.
That's a personal foul on Antoine and a personal on 13. I know it's like a 13,
but I don't know who the T's called on. We'll have to see here.
Antoine, shut your mouth. Huddle, get it.
Trying to figure out who the T was even called on. They called double fouls.
Hey, those are personal.
Technical foul is called against Anton Proctor, number 13, Chris Curtis.
I still haven't figured out who that was called on. I'm going to find this out.
Who was that called on? Hey, who was that called on?
Proctor with the foul, a double foul, and also called on Chris Curtis. So a double foul there, I guess. I thought it was a technical foul, but I don't believe so. Ball to the corner. McClellan dribbles out of pressure and then dribbles in the lane. Misses the shot, though. Rebound pulled down by Proctor. Proctor across midcourt. Dribbles in the lane. Going to lay it up. Oh, rolls out of there. Gets his own rebound, though, and puts it up from about 4 feet. Jackets hit the big bucket there. 9 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Ball tossed inside. I'm not sure on the score here, so I'm at 65-58. And then a traveling call underneath by Hatcher. And yes, I thought that was the case. Jackets with their largest lead of the game, 65-58. So the quick traveling call called on Hatcher on the other end. We've got a timeout on the floor. Jackets lead by 7, 65-58. Under 9 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Over the years, Hanser's Automotive has earned quite a reputation for their transmission work. But some have forgotten about their general repair and fleet work, well known for their expertise in carburation to fuel injection, diesel trucks, small cars, foreign cars, brakes, and tune-ups. Hanser's has the top ASE certified master technicians in the area that get the job done right. No matter what kind of vehicle, Hanser's can repair it. Call 248-7795. See all that they can do or visit them online at hansers.com.
Where can you find Yellow Jacket apparel and memorabilia? It's all at Jackets & Company. They've got you covered. Everything from that T-shirt to that special Yellow Jacket coffee mug to that really special doodad you just know you have to have. Why not go now? That item you were thinking about buying is just sitting there waiting for you. Go ahead. They're right around the corner with 5 Beezers locations to serve you. They've got it. You know it. Jackets & Company on campus, downtown, and online at www.jacketsandcompany.com.
Finally got an explanation on that call. It was actually a double technical. I guess it's like football, offsetting penalties. That was called against Chris Curtis for Chadron State and Antone Proctor for Montana State Billings. I guess they were just jawing a little bit at each other, but it was sort of like it never happened. Although they each get a personal foul out of it is what it boils down to. Jackson Meyer with the basketball for MSUB. Jackets lead by 7 inside to Arnold. Gets it off to Mays. Mays lays it up and in, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Chadron State number 2. And hitting the bucket was Mays. So the Jackets suddenly, just like that, with a 9-point lead, and they could have their first double-digit lead of the game if Mays can hit the free throw here. 18 fouls on the Eagles, 4 on the Jackets. So certainly the calls going the Jackets' way now. Coming out of the game will be Hatcher. He'll be replaced by Michael Safer. Very physical game, a lot of fouls, but despite the double technical, both teams keeping their cool. They haven't gotten real chippy just yet. Robert Mays hits the free throw, and just like that, Jackets lead by 10, 68-58, 8:40 left to go.
Back cut. Bouncing at you. Don't get back cut.
At the half-court line, Holloman dribbles around Mays.
Don't hug, Rob. Don't hug, Rob.
Left side now, left wing to McDavid. McDavid will dribble to the top of the key.
Don't get back cut, Jackson.
McDavid trying to get around Proctor. Now top of the key to Holloman. Holloman dribbles in the lane, and he's going to get the ball knocked out of his hands, and that's going to go to the Jackets. So Holloman has played pretty tough tonight, but had a tough couple of minutes here for Chadron. Just over 8 minutes to go. MSUB looking to increase this 10-point advantage. Jackson Meyer dribbles behind his legs, goes to the right wing, gets it off to Arnold, back to Jackson. Wide open look at the three, comes up a little bit short, rolls out. Mays gets the board, and he'll hand it off to Trabing. Trabing inside to Arnold. He's going to be tied up. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that should stay with the Jackets. Timeout, media timeout. Jackets lead by 10, 68-58. We will be back in 60 seconds.
Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big beer. Billings #1 award-winning beers. Great food, great fun, and great beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. And we're now proud sponsors of the Montana State University Billings Athletics. Join us before and after the game for great food, awesome service, and award-winning beer. Hooligan Sports Bar and the Montana Brewing Company. Small brewery, big award-winning beer. Right in the heart of downtown Billings. At 113 North Broadway, downtown.
A lot of people are proud of their jobs and what they do. I'm one of them. I'm Renee, one of the customer service representatives for Northwestern Energy. We get your phone calls about problems, little ones and big ones. During a winter blizzard, snow and wind knock down lines, bury roads, and makes it tough for us to work. We will work 24 hours a day so you can have power again. It's what we care about. Yes, I'm proud to work here.
Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Billings West leads at the half over Glacier in AA semifinal action. Get a load of this score, 31-10, the first meeting between those two schools. I'm sure you folks in Chadron, Nebraska are yawning at that, but you got a big game tomorrow with Nebraska taking on Penn State. And I'm not even going to get into what's going on with Penn State right now, but the Cornhuskers have been watching that football program for years. MSUB with the basketball. They lead by 10, 68-58. To the corner now to Trabing. Trabing tries to toss it inside, gets knocked up in the air and off the backboard and chased down by Safer. Safer hands it off to Hines. Hines gets across midcourt. And then stolen away by Trabing. Trabing dribbles the full length of the court. He's going to go up and he's going to be fouled hard by McClellan. That'll send Trabing to the free throw line. So good job by Trabing on the steal and then driving towards the hoop and getting the foul called. Jackets looking to increase this 10-point advantage. Been all Jackets the last 3 minutes or so. Shot by Trabing comes up short. Trabing, just a sophomore in his third year with the Jackets, though. He was a redshirt as a freshman. His sister Jill is a very good libero for the Montana State Billings Jacket team, so they're keeping it in the family. Second shot, no good by Trabing, so Trabing misses both. Rebound pulled down by McClellan. Dribbling it, Curtis tries to go around the pressure, and he's going to force the foul on the part of Montana State Billings. Just a 15th foul, though, on the Jackets, so much cleaner second half for Montana State Billings.
A high school call.
Oh, they're going to say he put up the shot, and I thought the foul was on the floor, but Curtis will shoot two. Free throw is missed.
Hey, early, Jackson, you got a call? Early.
So both teams struggling at the free throw line. Here in the latter part of this one, Curtis will get a second free throw opportunity. He'll take advantage there and make that one. 9-point lead for the Jackets. Jackson Meyer across midcourt, gets it off to Arnold. Arnold to Mays on left wing, top of the key to Proctor. Proctor's going to put up the three-pointer. Yes, Proctor with a big three. That was huge. Jackets Says a 12-point lead. I thought it would be 13. I could be wrong. 71-59. Maybe it was a 2-pointer. 71-59, though, Jackets with the lead. No, that's right, because it was a 9-point advantage. He got the trade. Ball dribbled inside by Curtis. And we've got a foul called on the Jackets. Shot was made, but it was before the shot was put up, so 16 fouls now on the Jackets. Coming in for Montana State Billings will be Cusworth. He'll replace Robert Mays. 9 fouls on the Eagles in the second half, 6 on the Jackets. Neither team, well, one team in the bonus, but Eagles just 1 foul away from putting the Jackets at the free throw line with to shoot 2 for every foul, every defensive foul. Jackets got 1 more to give. Chadron State underneath their own basket. They trail by 12. Important possession here. And then Arnold knocks the ball out of bounds. And they're going to call a technical foul on the Chadron State head coach, Brent Bargan. And Jackson Meyer will shoot 2. So both benches have been riding the officials tonight. That's the first foul called on a coach, or technical foul anyway. We had a double technical called on players earlier in this game, which just kind of offset each other. That's going to send Jackson Meyer to the free throw line. Free throw is up, and it's good. Jackets with their largest lead, 72-59. Second free throw is no good, so Jackson Meyer hits 1 of 2. Now, Chadron State had the basketball at the time of the technical, so they'll get it back.
Back up!
Set to throw it in to the corner now.
Step, no middle.
Left wing to Curtis. Curtis dribbles in the lane, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Cusworth. And that'll put Chadron State at the free throw line, even though he wasn't in the act of shooting. 17 fouls now on the Jackets. Could be a long last 7 minutes of this one, as both teams in the bonus now. Curtis needs to make the first one to get another opportunity, and he does. 72-60, Jackets with the lead. 6:57 left to go here in the ball game. And he'll get another opportunity to cut into this deficit. Second free throw is no good. And very poor job of blocking out by the Yellow Jackets as Chadron State gets the board, and Holloman fouled right away, and he'll go to the free throw line, and he'll get to shoot 2. Boy, that just drives you nuts from a head coaching standpoint when you don't get that defensive board on a missed free throw. Free throw by Holloman is good. Basically, it allows Chadron State an opportunity to cut into this lead without any time being taken off the clock. Free throw is up and in. Time not a huge factor now. Still plenty of time for Chadron. They trail by 10, just under 7 minutes to go. Trabing gets it across midcourt. Trabing double team momentarily, and then he'll throw it away. Stolen away by Curtis. Curtis dribbles in the lane, and beautiful shot as he dribbles through 3 defenders and puts it up with his left hand underneath. 72-64 now, and the Jackets suddenly getting very sloppy with the basketball. Right side, Cusworth can put up the 3, and it's blocked. Chased down by Trabing. Trabing gets it off to Proctor. Proctor dribbles in, and he's going to be fouled on the reach-in by McDavid. So Chadron State had about a 3 or 4 minute span there where, they just kind of looked disheveled out there, and that's been kind of the case for Montana State Billings in the last minute and a half. But hoping that foul, if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, and sending Proctor to the free throw line to shoot 2 will maybe get the Jackets going again. Proctor hits a free throw. 73-64. Cusworth coming out of the game, and in for him is going to be Mandich. Jackets not playing tonight with Emery Henning as he's got a walking boot on. Second free throw is up and good. So Proctor hits them both. Gives Jackets another little cushion there. 10-point lead now for MSUB. 6:15 left to go. Across midcourt is Hines. Hines dribbles in the lane, gets around. Myers misses the shot, but then the board momentarily handled by Hines as he gets his own rebound and then goes off his hands. Montana State Billings gets it back, so a good defensive stop there. Proctor across midcourt. Back to Proctor. To the corner now. To Jackson Meyer. Meyer gets to the free throw line, gets it out to Proctor. Proctor dribbles in the lane, gets it off to Cusworth. Or no, excuse me, that was Mandich. Misses the ball underneath. Got too far underneath, kind of lost where he was at. 3-point shot put up. Oh, big bucket by McClellan. And how about that? That pulls the Eagles back within 70, 74-67. And the Eagles call a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sign up with Sign Pro. Let the people know.
Trust Sign Pro. From banners to illuminated cabinets, dimensional signs and letters, custom designs and logos, to wide format color printing and neon. With their top quality cutting edge signage, they have the knowledge to make your first impression a lasting one. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with Sign Pro today. 259-3200.
Sign up with Sign Pro.
Kid Blue back at Alterowitz Gym. Jackets lead 74-67. Again, a big welcome to our listenership, listening to KQSK, Double Q Country, and of course to all you folks listening on the internet. 74-67, Jackets with the lead. 5.5 left to go here in the ball game. Arnold. Jackets led by 13 just moments ago, though, so Chadron State making a nice little rally here. Ball tossed to Proctor on the right wing. Gets it off to Trabing. Nearly stolen away. Trabing gets it off to Jackson Meyer on the left wing. And, they're going to call a foul on Arnold. Moving screen. And possessions getting few and far between with 5:16 left, but MSUB, you hate not to get a shot off when you got that 7-point advantage. Hines across midcourt. He'll dribble to the free throw line, then hands it off to McClellan. McClellan trying to dribble around Trabing. Good defense there by Robbie. Jackson Meyer blanketing Hines. Gets it off. Shot put up by Holloman. Oh, nice little touch, but it rolls out and then knocked out of bounds by Chadron. 74-67. Important defensive stop there for MSUB. Arnold's going to come out of the game. He'll be replaced by Cusworth. MSUB looking to increase this 7-point advantage. Chadron State, after the long trip to Montana, giving the Jackets all they can handle. Cusworth, top of the key. Sloppy pass, stolen away by Hines. Hines dribbles the full length of the court and up over the top of Jackson Meyer. Boy, I'd love to have that one back, would Cusworth. Proctor now dribbles in the lane. Ball's going to be rejected out of bounds. 74-69. Eagles have pulled within 5. Boy, it seemed like not that long ago, and it wasn't, that the Jackets had a comfortable lead, but Chadron State, great comeback. To the corner now to Proctor. Proctor going to put up the three-pointer. No, off the mark. And Cusworth can't chase down the board. Instead, chased down by McClellan. Then nearly stolen away by Proctor. And they're going to call Proctor for the foul as he dives for the ball, and falling over him is going to be Holloman. It's one of those tough luck fouls. I mean, it's a legitimate foul on the part of Proctor, but he was going for the ball, as was Holloman. Like I said, a legitimate call, but certainly one of those hustle fouls where both people are going for the basketball, and sometimes it's a non-call, but in this case I think it was a good call, but unfortunately it, for you Jacket fans, did not go in our favor. 4 fouls now on Proctor. Free throw is up and in by Holloman, and just a 4-point advantage now for the Jackets, and Another free throw made by Holloman here will make it a one-possession game.
Jackson!
And Proctor, they realize they may need him in the latter part of this one. He's going to take a seat with the 4 fouls. Holloman doing a lot of damage at the free throw line tonight for the Eagles. Second free throw is up and good. So it's a one-possession game, 74-71. Ball tossed into Jackson Meyer, and Meyer is going to be fouled. That foul is going to be called on Chris Curtis. That's going to send Jackson Meyer to the free throw line. Jackson, normally a pretty good free throw shooter, although he did miss one of the free throws on that technical foul call earlier. 4:16 left to go. Both teams now in the double bonus situations. Free throw by Jackson is up and good. So the senior with a big bucket, big free throw there. One more opportunity. Every possession now crucial for both teams. Second free throw by Jackson Meyer rolls in. Used all of it there. 76-71 now. Jackets lead by 5. Just over 4 minutes to go. Christian McGee gets it over the left side to McClellan. McClellan dribbles around Preston Richards, puts up a wild shot. No, good defense there by Richards. And up over the back of Trabing and knocked out of bounds. They're going to say off Trabing's hands. 76-71 now. Exactly 4 minutes to go. Chadron State, important offensive possession for them. McClellan set to throw it in. And we've got a foul called. And it's going to be called on Arnold on the inbounds pass. So just like that, the Eagles will go to the free throw line. But we've got a timeout on the floor. Jackets up by 5. Just under 4 minutes to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Perkins Restaurants, breakfast is a specialty. Breakfast is a tradition. Breakfast is served all day. But best of all, breakfast is just the beginning. Sure, you can get big fluffy omelets and golden buttermilk pancakes, but we also serve juicy burgers and mile-high melts, bread bowl salads, and hearty dinners like jumbo shrimp, grilled top sirloin steak, home-style pot roast, even butterball roast turkey and dressing. At Perkins, you set the menu, but you pick the time. And no matter what time of day it is, you'll find a comfortable, relaxed atmosphere, friendly staff, and your own pot of coffee right at your table. We even have our own bakery, with fresh-baked pies like luscious chocolate French silk and caramel apple. For all your favorites, served all day long. Now there's a Perkins right nearby. Stop in real soon. Perkins. Breakfast is just the beginning.
Stop by either Billings location and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Perkins is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics.
And welcome back to Altero with Jim. Jackets clinging to a 5-point lead, 76-71, but the Eagles just about ready to cut into that deficit as they'll go to the free throw line when we resume play. Both teams in the double bonus situation, so likely to see a lot of free throws here in the last 4 minutes. Why should that be any different than the rest of the game, right? At the free throw line. For the Eagles is going to be Tim McDavid. McDavid's first free throw is good. 72-76. Chadron State doing a great job at the free throw line in the latter part of this game. Second free throw is up, and McDavid with a couple of clutch free throws. Hits them both. 76-73. It's a one-possession game. Jackets with the lead. Jackson Meyer dribbles around the pressure. Now double team, gets it off to Arnold. Inside to Mays. Mays making a nice move, and they're going to call a charge. And that was as much acting as anything. Good job on the part of McClellan as really Mays just brushed him, but great job by McClellan selling that one. And that is part of the game. And that's going to be the 5th foul on Mays as he is going to be out of the ball game. So one of the key performers for Montana State Billings is done. And it looks like coming in for him is going to be Cusworth. So Robert Mays leaves the game after scoring 13 points for MSUB. We'll see how that affects the Jackets down the stretch. 3:47 left to go. Jackets up by 3, 76-73.
You got to bump quick, runner. You got to bump overload.
Over the left side.
Overload.
Good one to the free throw line. It's going to be McDavid, and he travels with the basketball as he went to throw the ball, and he kind of got caught underneath. Before he could release it, he took an extra step. So defensive stop there for the Jackets, 76-73.
1-3-C.
Jackson Meyer across midcourt. Who's going to be the hero tonight for either team? Preston Richards at the top of the key. Dribbles in the lane. Turnaround shot, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to send him to the free throw line. Kind of a wild shot by Richards, but did a good job of drawing the foul. So even making 1 or 2 free throws will make it a 2-possession game. It's 76-73 Jackets. Preston Richards at the free throw line, and the sophomore misses the first one. Boy, free throws always an important part of the game, particularly down the stretch. And Chadron State doing a great job hitting the free throws, and MSUB struggling a bit, although Richards hits the second one, 77-73. Eagles with the basketball. Dribbling across midcourt is going to be McGee. McGee will dribble to the corner, gets it to the top of the key, left side now as they reverse it to Curtis. Curtis dribbles in the lane. Oh, beautiful shot. Didn't go, though, but coming up and clearing out the lane is McDavid, and he taps it in on the rebound. 77-75. Arnold gets it over to the right side. Dribbling in the lane will be Jackson Meyer, and he's going to be fouled by McDavid. So saw an opening, and Jackson Meyer was dribbling down the lane, and probably a fairly good foul there by McDavid. Had he not fouled Jackson Meyer, he had an open lane to the hoop. So Jackson Meyer will shoot 2. Free throw is up and no good. Jackson Meyer misses the free throw. He'll get another opportunity. Trabing coming in. Coming out is Cusworth. Shooting woes continue at the free throw line in the second half for MSUB. Second free throw is good, so they seem to be making 1 of 2, and that's about it. But it's just a 1-possession game, 78-75. Chadron State can tie it with the tray. It really hasn't been a big part of their arsenal tonight, however. Dribbling in the lane will be McClellan. McClellan's got an open lane, then misses the shot, but the rebound pulled down and put in by Curtis, and he has fouled, and that's going to send him to the free throw line. Boy, that has happened so often tonight. Chadron State with the opportunities to earn 3 the old-fashioned way. And now coming out of the ball game is going to be Taylor Stevens, as he's got his 5th foul. So we knew fouls would make a play. We've got a timeout on the floor, 78-77, just moments away from tying this thing up. Our Chadron State will be back in 60 seconds.
Everybody knows that an MVP is the most valuable player. How about the MVB, most valuable bank? Well, it's Montana-owned and offers you real people service. Local decisions, flexible terms, straight talk, and a quick turnaround. No matter what you're looking for, from a free checking account to an ag operating loan, from Montana's most respected commercial lenders to a home mortgage, you'll find your MVB right here. Stockman Bank, serving Montanans for over 50 years and now in 19 locations statewide. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Billings, Sheridan, Cody Yellow Book Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business and residential white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. An easy-to-read format helps you find whatever you are looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Yellow Pages reach your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in the Billings Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Curtis misses the free throw, but then the ball knocked out of bounds on the rebounding attempt by the Jackets. Chadron State keeps the ball on the ground, And we're going to have, I believe, a possession call, and that favors the Jackets. So the Jackets managed to maintain the lead there, but just barely, 78-77. 2:36 left to go in this one.
1-3-C, Robbie, 1-3-C.
Jackets led by as much as 13 here in the second half, but Chadron State has battled back nicely. Jackson Meyer hands it off to Preston Richards. Richards gets in the lane. He finds Cusworth in the corner. Cusworth hits a three. That was huge. 81-77. Wow, 2:15 left to go. And the Jacket faithful love that shot across midcourt. Sammy Hines. Hines has to dribble around Jackson Meyer, and then the ball goes to the floor, and that's going to be another possession call. And that time should go to Chadron State, and it does. So Hines a little sloppy with the basketball there. Very fortunate that they were able to keep possession there. 81-77. Jackets lead just under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. And this has been a long ball game, just about 2 hours and 20 minutes already. Usually done by about this time, but a lot of fouls. Ball tossed in, nearly stolen away. Chasing it down to be Curtis. He dribbles in the lane, tosses it off, and the easy bucket put up by McDavid underneath the hoop. 79-81 now, Jackets lead. Minute 45 left to go. Important possession here for both teams. Cusworth, top of the key, gets it over left side to Trabing. Top of the key now to Proctor, switches it over to the right as they reverse it. Jackson Mayer hits Trabing at the top of the key. Left side to Preston Richards. Richards gets it off to Proctor. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Proctor dribbles to the free throw line, puts up a shot. Yeah, Proctor with a huge bucket there. Jackets on top by 4, 83-79. We've got a timeout on the floor. And that was called by the Jackets bench. Let's see if it's a full timeout or a 30. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sign up with Sign Pro. Let the people know.
Have you seen the full-color vehicle wraps in Billings? The professionals at Sign Pro can design your vehicle graphics from one color to a full-color wrap. Together with Sign Pro, you can create a visual impact for your business. For 17 years, Sign Pro has produced top-quality, cutting-edge signage. So go ahead, create an impact for your business. Sign up with Sign Pro today, 259-3200.
Sign up with Sign Pro.
Jackets led at the break 44-40. They would increase that lead to 13 in the latter part of this ball game, but Chadron State has battled back. Was never able to take the lead, but they were behind by 1 just a few moments ago. But the Jackets lead by 4 now, 83-79, and just a minute 21 left to go. In what has been a very entertaining ball game despite all the personal fouls. Chadron State across midcourt. Ball tossed in off the foot of a Jacket, and able to chase down the loose ball was McDavid, and he lays up an easy one, 83-81. Just a minute to go. Jackson finds Cusworth underneath, and Cusworth travels with the basketball. Wow, that was huge. See if Chadron State can take advantage of that. Eagles could tie it up or take the lead with the tray. There's overtime in the offing. Over the right side, that's McClellan. Dribbling in the lane is going to be Curtis. Curtis making a beautiful spin move, knocks it up and in, gets it across, and we're all tied up at 83. And we have got a timeout on the floor. Eagles want to talk it over. They've tied it up 83-83. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Cellular Plus, your local Verizon Wireless premium retailer, is a proud sponsor of Yellow Jackets Athletics. Cellular Plus has 31 stores across Montana and Wyoming, including 6 convenient Billings area locations: The Heights, Rimrock Mall, Rimrock Mini Mall, King Avenue, Lockwood, and Laurel. Adam Kimmett and Cellular Plus would like to wish Coach Wooden and Coach Pfeiffer best of luck this season. Go Yellow Jackets!
Well, the Jackets can't hold it entirely for the last shot of the ball game. 35 seconds left to go on the, of course, on the shot clock. 39.5 seconds left to go in the ball game, but they can certainly take a lot of time off the clock. We're all tied up at 83. Always amazes me how you can play nearly 40 minutes of basketball and you're basically where you started out. Oh, nearly stolen away. Jackets having trouble getting their offense going here. Proctor. Better watch that 5-second call. Proctor dribbles in the lane, puts it up from about 3 feet, rolls up and in. Jackets lead 85-83, 10 seconds to go. Nice 5-foot bucket there by Proctor. He's coming up huge in the latter part of this one. 10 seconds left. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At First Interstate Bank, we have the world's smallest checkbook, the First Interstate Visa check card. Use your check card like a check anywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. Use it at gas pumps and grocery stores to make everyday errands more convenient. Or use your check card to get cash at over 130 First Interstate day and night teller ATMs across Montana and Wyoming. Best of all, it's free. There are no annual or monthly fees. It's a checkbook. It's an ATM card. It's First Interstate's check card. First Interstate Bank, member FDIC.
Well, still plenty of time for Chadron State. They trail 85-83, 10 seconds left on the clock. And, of course, don't forget the double bonus situation for the Jackets. And the officials have not been afraid tonight to blow that whistle. So might be an opportunity here for nothing else for Chadron State to force a foul call. They have not put up a lot of threes tonight and have not been real successful when they have. I've got 10 three-pointers put up by Chadron State compared to 29 for Montana State Billings, and Chadron has only made 3 of those. So right now it would seem more likely that they will look for the tie here as opposed to the outright win. MSUB does need to be careful, though, because Chadron State has done a pretty good job at the free throw line here in the second half.
They're going to come at you.
Got 9 for 11 from the charity stripe. 10 seconds left to go. Ball tossed into Hines. Hines gets it across midcourt. Gets it off to McClellan. Under 4 to go. McClellan's got to make a move. He dribbles in the lane, puts up the shot, and he hits the shot at the bucket. How about that? The shot is good. And Jackets looking for a charge, but no call made. And we're heading to overtime, 85-83. You know, if nothing else from the Jackets standpoint, you know, they could have gone the other way and possibly called a blocking foul, so it could have gone either way. And the end result is after all that time of play, we've got an 85-85 ball game, and we're going into overtime, folks. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Are you ready to get amped? AMP helps athletes get in the game and stay there. Our performance programs build strength, speed, and endurance. And if injuries do occur, our sports docs, the best in the region, are there to help athletes heal, regain their strength, and get back on the field. AMP, athletic, medicine, and performance. Check us out at ampmontana.com. AMP is a proud supporter of the Yellow Jackets.
There is a way to get a delicious Godfather's medium cheese pizza for only $5. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is yours for $5. Limited time offer good all day at both Godfather's Pizza locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights. 2010 rolls in with a $5 medium cheese pizza deal from Godfather's Pizza. Just purchase any large or jumbo menu price pizza, and the medium cheese is only $5. This limited time offer good all day at both locations, 24th Street West and Main in the Heights.
So McClellan with the big bucket there at the end of the regulation play, tying it up at 85 apiece. Jumping it up at midcourt, and boy, both teams probably having some issues with personal fouls. We'll get a look here in a little bit at the foul situation. Look at my updated stat sheet when we get it here. 85-85. And jumping it up at center court, here's going to be a minute. They're going to have the coaches actually look at the monitor. I'm pretty sure the bucket went up in time, so I don't think this is going to go the Jackets' way. I know it was up before the buzzer. What a game. Jackets led at the break 44-40. And I don't claim to be a math genius, but I guess that means they were outscored by 4 here in the second half as we're all tied up at 85. And then they ran out of tape, so no tape. But like I said, I actually saw it, and I'm sure the bucket was up before that. So we're starting all over again. 5 minutes put on the clock, and they're going to re-jump it. Jumping up at midcourt is going to be Curtis and Cusworth.
Let's move on, okay? Oh, no, I see that, so let's keep going. We're all right.
Jump up, controlled by Chadron. Holloman hands it off to Hines. Hines gets it across midcourt. Hines trying to get around Myers, and does. Then puts up the shot over Jackson, and the shot is good. And the Eagles with the lead, 87-85 to Proctor. Proctor from about 8 feet, no, misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Hines. Hines, and then the long lead to Holloman. Holloman misses the shot, but McClellan, another big bucket for him on the follow-up. 89-85, and the Eagles lead by 4, 89-85, and we're only 30 seconds into this overtime. Quick start in the extra period by Chadron. Preston gets it to the corner to Trabing. Jackson Meyer with a wide open three. Yes, Jackson Meyer with a big bucket there. 89-88, 4 minutes left to go in this extra period of play. Boy, that was huge. Hines across midcourt. Gets it over the left side to McDavid. McDavid gets it off to McClellan. McClellan dribbles in the lane, and he's got a charging foul on McClellan. That's the call that the Jackets wanted at the end of regulation. But they'll take it now. So big defensive stop there for MSUB, as they could retain the lead here. Or take it back, rather, with a bucket. 89-88. My, oh my, we have had more delays in this game where the officials have talked to the scorekeepers and what have you. Coming back in for Chadron State is going to be Josh Hatcher. Jackson Meyer across midcourt. Coming off the big three. Gets it to Cusworth. Cusworth to Trabing on the right wing. Trabing's going to have to put the ball on the ground, and does. Gets it to the corner to Preston Richards. Preston Richards dribbles to the free throw line. Turnaround. Gets it off to Cusworth. Back off to Proctor. Jackets got to get going. Under 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock now. Proctor out to Jackson Meyer. Proctor going to put up the three. He's going to be fouled, and that's going to send him to the free throw line to shoot three. And Chris Curtis knows he made a boo-boo there as he walks clear to the other side of the gym. And that's going to be his 5th foul. So to add insult to injury, he gets his 5th foul on the three-point attempt by Proctor. And Tone Proctor having a huge game, up over 20 points. And if he can make 2 of the 3, he'll give the Jackets the lead back. Both coaches conferring with their players. A very short time out there. And Proctor going to the free throw line. Antone transfer this year to Montana State Billings, and we've been happy to have him tonight. Played in the Big Sky Conference, played with Sacramento State. First shot by Proctor is good. So Antone hits the bucket that ties things up at 89 all. Second free throw is up, and it's good. So Proctor hits both free throws, and he gets another. 90-89 Jackets. Third straight game for the Jackets. First official game, as the first two were exhibitions, but they've hit 90. Of course, they've needed a little extra time to do it tonight. Third free throw by Proctor is no good, so he misses the third free throw. Rebound pulled down by McDavid. Quick pass to Hines. He crossed midcourt. Hines dribbles in the lane, puts up the shot, blocked away by Jackson Meyer. Got a possession call. That's going to be in favor of MSUB. So Jackson Meyer doing a great job there of keeping his body in front of Hines. Sure, Chadron looking for the foul there. Top of the key to Cusworth. Cusworth gets it to Trabing on the left wing. Top of the key now to Proctor. Proctor's been the big gun for MSUB in this one. Jackets going to slow things down a little bit. They got the lead. No need to hurry. 2:42 left to go. And we've got a technical call on Chadron State. That is a tough time, and that is rough to call a technical in this situation. So the officials usually don't do that in a situation like this, but he must have said something that the official did not like. Both coaching staffs have been giving the officials a pretty good jawing tonight. MSUB, I think, has been close a few times. I always wonder what was the turning point there to force him to call off the tee, or to call the tee rather. And that's the second foul called on the Chadron State coach, and he is going to have to leave the building. He's going to get a few more words in. If this were baseball, he'd steal home plate. Proctor, he's going to shoot two. Free throw is up, and Proctor missed it. Oh, my goodness. That's a little painful. Second free throw by Antone is up, and it's good. So Proctor hits 1 of 2, but he's still not happy about it. Jackets will keep the ball. 91-89 now. Jackets with the 2-point lead. Jackson Meyer chases down the pass. He'll get it across midcourt. Jackets looking for a high percentage shot here. Trabing going to have to put the ball on the ground, and finally does. He's got no one to throw to. He's going to have to call a timeout, as he was tied up and just had nowhere to go with it. So we're going to have a timeout called for the Jackets. We'll call it a 30. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, sports fans, if you like surrounding yourself with winners, try the Hilton Garden Inn, Billings. Located on the West End, we have everything to make your next event a victory. With hassle-free parking, luxurious guest rooms, first-class meeting and banquet services, you're sure to bring home the trophy. The Hilton Garden Inn, Billings, 655-8800. That's 655-8800.
Chadron State fans can close their ears for a minute because I'm sure they're not interested, but Billings West on top of Kalispell Glacier 45-10 in the fourth quarter. So Billings West will host a state AA title game next week, unless this were the NFL, and then Glacier would probably be able to come back. 91-89, 2:26 left to go. Ball tossed into Meyer. Jackets with the 2-point advantage and with the basketball. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Trabing gets it off to Richards. The Jackets not sure exactly what they're doing here, I don't think. He finally gets them spread out, and we got a reach-in foul. That's going to be called on McDavid. Probably not a good foul, as there was only 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and MSUB really going nowhere with that offensive possession. So Jackets able to take a lot of time off the clock and get into the free throw line, and Proctor looking to make it a 2-possession game if he can hit both of them. Oh, Proctor. Man, that thing rolled around 4 times and finally went in. 92-89 now. Proctor getting ready to shoot another one. Proctor's free throw is good, so Proctor hits them both. Not much doubt about what player I want to talk to at the end of this one. 93-89. 2 minutes to go. Hines dribbles to the corner. 3-point shot put up and missed. Rebound pulled down by Cusworth. Long three-pointer missed by McGee. Cusworth gets it to Trabing. Trabing gets it to Jackson Meyer to Proctor. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Proctor will back it back out. Looking for instructions from head coach Stevens. Proctor gets it off to Cusworth. Back to Proctor. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Cusworth's going to put up the wide open three, and he hits it. Cusworth with a huge three. 96-89, a minute 20 left to go. Wow. Hines across midcourt, dribbles to the right wing. Ball tossed inside, and oh, that was huge. And catch the ball in the air. Holloman put up an acrobatic shot. It went in, and he was fouled. So that was a big bucket for the Eagles. And, Chadron State has, I've mentioned this before, done this as much as I have ever seen. Forcing the foul and hitting the bucket anyway, and then getting the three-point opportunity. Holloman at the free throw line, and he's been the recipient of that a few times tonight. Holloman's free throw is up and in, so things a little more interesting now. 92-96, a minute left to go here in the overtime period. A little over a minute, rather. Jackson Meyer dribbles through pressure, barely, and he's going to finally be fouled by Holloman. Oh, no, what are they going to call there? I do not understand the call. I got to see what happened. They're going to say a double dribble, I think. Wow. And the Jacket faithful not liking that call. 2-possession game, but that was huge. A minute left to go. Hines. He gets it off to McDavid. Rolls off his foot and out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Jackets right in front of the Chadron State bench. A huge defensive stop there. Things starting to get a little bit chippy out there. Both teams fighting hard. So a big defensive stop for Montana State Billings there, and Chadron State's going to have to think about fouling here before too awful long. Ball tossed into Meyer easily across midcourt. And Chadron State, they can't allow MSUB to take too much time off the clock. Richards with the basketball. He dribbles in. Oh, ball stripped away from him. Stolen away by Holloman. Holloman hits Hines in the corner. Hines three-pointer, no. High off the glass. Rebound chased down by McDavid. 45 seconds left. Hines dribbles in the lane, lays it up and in. And it's 96-94. We got a timeout on the floor. Great move by Hines. The Eagles take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Jim, the theme of our next float is ice cream. Now, get this, it's a float of an ice cream float. Oh, yeah, that is clever stuff. Well, that's what the first annual Farmers Insurance Agent Matt Clark Parade is all about, Jim. You know, Matt was extremely clever in helping the parade sponsor choose just the right coverage.
So when she had that fire, she came out smelling like a rose.
Farmers Insurance Agents help you get the right coverage. Farmers Insurance. You love your insurance agent?
23 seconds left to go. Jackets lead 96-94 after the big bucket by Sammy Hines. The Jackets will try to hold on to it. Ball tossed into Proctor. Proctor's got to find somebody to throw to, and he's going to call a timeout as he got caught in that half-court trap.
Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets.
And we'll keep it right here, 96-94, 17.7 seconds left. Jackets led by 13 points in the second half of play. And Chadron State would battle back, and then Chadron State would go up by 4 to start the overtime period. And MSUB would battle back. But Chadron State just refusing to go away. And now there's a big discussion about whether they used a full or a 30-second timeout. My goodness. 96-94, that's something you got to keep straight, because if you call a timeout and you don't have one, there's a T. Remember Michigan a few years back. I'm not sure either team's got any timeouts left. Ball tossed into Jackson Meyer. 15 seconds to go. Jackson Meyer gets it across midcourt, and he'll dribble out of trouble. They're going to have to foul Jackson. That's going to send Jackson to the free throw line. Meyer's a good free throw shooter, and that's going to be a foul called on Tim McDavid. And he's going to the bench, so I assume that's 5 on him. Yes, it is. So if Jackson Meyer can hit both of these, it'll all be all over but the crying. Jackson Meyer in this game, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, so probably not the guy that they wanted to put up there. What a game. We started this at 7 o'clock. This is going to be approaching 3 hours. Jackson Meyer hits it. Still just a one-possession game, though. He needs to hit this one. Where's Chadron State? You still got to match up, because Chadron State could get a big bucket on the other end. Or a quick bucket with 10 seconds left, and just take a couple seconds off the clock. But first Jackson's got to hit the free throw, and he does. 98-94, 10 seconds left. MSUB in good shape here. Hines gets it stolen away by Preston Richards, and that will do it. And he falls to the ground, though. Hines gets it back. And then a foul. Unbelievable. That was just a... no, they're going to wave it off. And what are they going to do? They're going to say no at the buzzer. They're going to say that was it. And not a smart play by Preston Richards as he fouled somebody putting up the three-point shot. But fortunately for MSUB, time had run out, 98-94. And I'm sure that Coach Stevens is probably going to talk to Preston about that one, because that could have been a disaster. Keep in mind, the only way you could tie things up there was on a three-point bucket and a foul. And, boy, it was dangerously close to having that happen. So, hard-fought game. Chadron State falls a little bit short as they lose 98-94 in overtime.